again. I'm so exhausted I can barely breathe. I stop to rest. Grant yanks me up. Get up, those church scumbags walked all over you. Keep training. Back in my room, I check for any new missions that suit me. Among my current talents, Perception is double S rank. Radiance and Psychic are both only S rank. Radiance type Awakened are almost exclusively recruited by the church. If I want to kill church members, to boost my Radiance, it would be difficult. That'll have to wait until midterms at the Divine Demon Ruins. I open the wanted list in the mission interface, looking for Perception type Awakened to target, but there aren't many Perception types on the list. They probably know their talent can't fight back, so they've all gone quiet. One name stands out. Simon. Decent combat power, level 4 psychic talent. He targets random civilians for sexual assault and murder, and apparently, he swings both ways. I accept the mission. Confirmed. Time limit 36 hours. Must return to campus within the time limit. Plenty of time. Mission reward 500 combat points total, plus 10 psychic fruits. That's a generous bounty for a low-tier level 4 kill. 6 hours of travel round trip. That gives me 30 hours to find him and kill him. I'll need to be careful on this one. Can't afford to draw the church's attention. Next, I send Ellie a message. How have you been, Ellie? Any new leads on the case? Ellie replies almost instantly. The organization that took my sister is linked to a group called Naraka Hall. There's definitely a connection. And Naraka Hall was a notorious criminal organization last century. The entire organization, 1,000 strong, was wiped out long ago. I searched for Naraka Hall. It was a notorious human trafficking ring from the last century, later purged on direct orders from the Pope. I reply, I'll see what I can dig up on my end too. Thanks, Ellie writes back. Fawn messages me. Heading off campus for a mission? If you need backup, show your credentials, and contact the local Aegis Bureau branch. You have full authority to deploy one squad from any special operations division, except the 9th. I reply, thanks Fawn. I step out of the academy, put on the disguise mask Ellie gave me, and arrive that same day at Star Spring City, the ancient battlefield of the War of the Gods. Simon, you've got quite the hiding spot, you cockroach. Only strikes at night. Add in this city's curfew, and after dark there's nobody around, except his prey. Not a single witness. Then I'll wait for nightfall. Darkness falls. Tonight's moon is full. Star Spring City enforces a curfew at 10 every night. Aberrants typically emerge after 10. I walk the empty streets. Many pedestrians are rushing home, breaking into a jog. An old lady stops and looks at me. Why aren't you home yet, kid? It's late. I smile. I'm on my way. She glances around nervously. By your accent, are you from around here? No. She lowers her voice urgently. Then find a hotel quickly. If the authorities catch you, they'll haul you in just to boost their arrest numbers. Isn't that what bandits do? These are worse than bandits. Understood, ma'am. My place is just up ahead. Several men in uniform step out from around the corner. Hold it. Out this late. What's your business? My place is right up ahead. I'm heading back now. The long-faced officer in charge smirks. You're not from around here, are you? The old lady rushes out from the shop next door, grabs my arm and says, Sorry about this, officers. This is my nephew. He came in from out of town and got lost. The long-faced officer points his baton at me. Your nephew, huh? Go ahead, tell me his name. He reaches for my pocket to search for ID. I catch his wrist. He tries to pull free. Can't. Damn, an Awakened? Are you trying to resist arrest? Hand over your ID, now. The other officers immediately surround me. The old lady pleads. Officers, this boy's been stubborn since he was little. He's not resisting. Quick, apologize to the officers. The long-faced officer shoves her aside. I now have reasonable grounds to suspect you of collaborating with Aberrants. Take them both in for questioning. I pull out my comm link, stone-faced, and scan him. Sergeant Yu, Star Spring Police Precinct, badge number. The moment he sees the 9-dragon crest on the comm link, the mark of the 9th Division, he goes rigid. Sir, the Aegis Bureau outranks every branch of law enforcement. The 9th Division stands above them all. Even police officers bow before it. The officers who were about to arrest me snap to attention and bow. Sir! The old lady is frozen in place. This kid is actually with the authorities. I tap Sergeant Yu's chest with the comm link. This is how you keep the peace? Sir, you know how dangerous Aberrants are. We're just trying to protect public safety. Can't be too careful, I say coldly. Apologize to her. Sergeant Yu and his men bow immediately. Ma'am, we're sorry. I turn to the old lady. Please, head home. She waves. All right then, take care. Sergeant Yu forces a smile. Sir, you're here alone, first time? Need help with directions? Want us to contact the local 2nd Division? I can show you the way? No. Understood. I know what not to ask. Whatever you need, we're on standby. I wave them off. Get back to your patrol. I watch them leave and shake my head. Power is all that matters around here. I raise the comm link and scan the area. Every person on the street pops up on the display. Based on Simon's known pattern, he uses psychic manipulation to control his victims, toys with them, then kills them. 4 women and 3 men dead so far. I scan every person on the street. With my perception talent, sweeping the area isn't too taxing. If I could break through to level 4, I could deploy a full psychic detection field. That'd make things much easier. Over an hour later, I spot a figure carrying a woman over his shoulder, slipping away into the distance. That direction looks familiar. It's the old lady's shop. Through the comm link I see, the man has knocked the old lady unconscious and is rummaging through the shop for food, the woman slung over his shoulder. Found you, Simon? I move fast toward the shop. On the comm link, the patrol from earlier appears on screen. Sergeant Yu spots an approaching squad and salutes. Captain Ma, sir. Captain Ma asks, nothing unusual tonight? Reporting, Captain. Nothing unusual. Good. Keep up the work. I scoff. Nothing unusual, huh? This city is rotten to the core. Actually, there is one thing. Sergeant Yu seems to remember something. We ran into a 9th Division member during patrol. Captain Ma frowns. Someone from the 9th is here? Looked young. Probably a teenager. Must be a new recruit from this year. What's a new recruit doing here? The way he carried himself. Definitely on a mission. What kind of mission would they send a 9th Division rookie for? A subordinate thinks for a moment. Captain, maybe he's after Simon? No way. No recruit in just 2 weeks could take on a level 4 fighter like Simon. But Captain, that's the 9th Division. 9th Division or not, it's nonsense. I graduated from the academy too. I've never heard of anyone reaching level 4 in 2 weeks. Sergeant Yu chuckles nervously. Well, Captain, you never know. The 9th Division is the legendary monster den after all. Captain Ma waves it off. Quit talking nonsense. Get back to patrol. After patrolling for a while, Captain Ma pulls out his phone. Ah, I forgot to buy something for my daughter. You guys go on ahead. Let me call her and ask what she wants. But the voice on the other end belongs to a man. Captain Ma, I just got set up. Perfect timing. Tonight's catch is a real looker. I'm at a place called Red Plum Market. Come join the fun. Not tonight. My guys say a 9th Division recruit showed up on a mission. He might be coming for you. Coming for me? You're joking, right? The guy who reported it wouldn't lie to me. It's probably real. Use your Aegis comm link to scan for him. See where he is. He's 9th Division. My clearance can't scan 9th Division members. You better get out of there while you can. Simon lets out a snort. You actually think he can kill me? A rookie recruit? Taking me down? Then everything I've done all these years would have been for nothing. Relax. I'll put him in his place. Captain Ma snaps. Get out of there now. If a 9th Division recruit runs into trouble here, the higher-ups will investigate everything, and when they do, I won't be able to protect you. Simon laughs. Fine, fine. I'll knock him out and signal you. Captain Ma frowns. Don't do anything stupid. Land a hit, then get out. Meanwhile, I pull a gun from my storage ring, ready to shoot Simon on sight. Simon's eyes go wide. You're actually serious? Simon darts backward and blows out a breath. A cloud of dust instantly fills the air. A dozen psychic blades materialize around him, poised to strike. He puts on a helmet, then draws a black curved blade. His eyes flicker to the beautiful woman lying on the ground. The corner of his mouth curls into a contemptuous smile. Ripples spread across the wall. A shadow flickers and vanishes. He immediately releases his psychic power, forming a transparent barrier around himself. I use flash of light and appear right in front of him. A small sphere of dark energy is pressed against his chest. His barrier erupts in black flames on contact. Under the black fire, his psychic blades melt away. I follow up with the rising dragon art. Blood energy condenses into a dragon claw. One punch launches Simon into the wall. He bounces off and crumbles to the floor. Simon curls into a ball, shaking violently, skull splitting with pain. I plant my foot on his neck without expression. Simon lets out a whimper. Blood spills from his mouth. A faint blood glow drifts from between his brows and sinks into my palm. Being able to take down a level 4 this cleanly is all thanks to his arrogance. With this new power, my 3 divine springs have more than doubled in capacity. It suddenly clicks. The slaughter talent completely devoured his power, and in doing so pushed my psychic talent into a breakthrough. I strip Simon's gear. The body has to be turned in, but if anyone tries to probe his pre-death memories with perception, it won't work. My dark energy already burned through every last shred of his psychic power. At most, they'll detect that he suffered some kind of psychic attack. Suddenly I sense an ambush. I vanish on the spot. Psychic blades streak through where I just stood. The moment I reappear in a different corner, more blades close in on me. The blades are tracking me through the air. I try to use flash of light to escape, but my body won't move. Even my physical strength is completely locked down. A spinning, curved blade whirls toward my neck to take my head. Simon's voice rings out with a twisted grin. Bet you didn't see this coming. My strongest talent isn't my psychic power. It's a rare ability, body replication. I spent years creating this duplicate body. You destroyed every last trump card I had. Some brat who doesn't know his place dares to come kill me? Now die. I watch Simon close in, blade spinning toward my throat. A villain. Monologuing this much? You must have a death wish. I catch his curved blade between 2 fingers. No matter how hard Simon pushes, the blade doesn't move another inch. Meanwhile, the wound on my neck heals in seconds. For the first time, genuine panic crosses Simon's face. A rookie who hasn't even grown his first whiskers. How is he this freaky? He spins to run. What kind of talent is this? The kind that kills you. I raise my arm. The ring of slaughter slams into Simon's back. His chest is punched clean through. A gaping, horrific hole. He collapses face first into a pool of blood. I walk up and drive the blade in several more times to be sure. Only after confirming there's no more danger do I let my guard down. Blood glow sinks into my palm. My divine springs surge with new power. This guy's storage ring has got to be the weirdest haul I've ever seen. Just over 2 million in cash. Besides the curved blade and the small black knife, there's a coconut shell helmet, and some weird powder compact. A wanted criminal with less money than me. I stuffed the body into my storage ring. No point turning this one in. He saw me use the slaughter talent. If I used a memory wipe bead to erase his memories, it would only raise suspicion afterward. A sound behind me. I spin around. The girl Simon kidnapped is awake, staring at me with wide, wary eyes. Simon is dead, I say. You're safe now. But she keeps backing away in terror. What is she running from? My face looks perfectly normal. Is it really that scary? She points behind me, voice trembling. The mirror. I look at the reflection and freeze. The Slaughter King is staring back at me. A familiar voice echoes in my mind. Looking for me? I pull out a memory wipe bead and wipe the girl's memory. She drops unconscious instantly. How do you appear like this? I ask. On the night of a full moon. That's it? What were you expecting? That you'd have to stand in front of a mirror every night and wait? You're not that stupid, are you? Of course not. I would never do something like that. The Slaughter King suddenly laughs. I am you and you are me. You think I don't know what you've been doing? I murmur internally. Then why don't you ask your mom? The Slaughter King smirks. My mother is your mother. Choose your next words carefully. I swallow the rest of my sentence. Place your hand on the mirror, the Slaughter King says. Your slaughter talent has reached level 5. Time to unlock some new skills. The instant my hand touches the glass, a flood of unfamiliar knowledge pours into my mind. The first skill is called Divine Gift. The Slaughter King can unconditionally bestow the slaughter talent upon others, forcing them into service as a slaughter general under absolute loyalty. It's a master-servant death pact. The moment a slaughter general harbors even a flicker of defiance, they self-destruct on the spot. And just like me, through relentless killing, they gain unlimited growth in both talent and combat level. The second skill is called Soul Command. Whether it's a restless soul or a god, either can be forcibly bound as my soul general. And these soul generals can even consume each other to achieve fusion evolution. Starspring City was an ancient battlefield of the War of the Gods. The one thing it doesn't lack is undead. This place was practically made for me. The perfect hunting ground. Remembering his earlier words, I can't help asking, you told me to be wary of someone. Who? Whoever stands in the light, wielding the power of light, that is who you guard against. The moment the words leave his mouth, the Slaughter King vanishes from the mirror. I fall deep into thought, combining the old fortune teller's words with the figure standing in the light. But Cleo has never done anything wrong. Why would I need to guard against her? I shake the mirror in frustration. Is it Cleo? Finish what you're saying. Nothing ticks me off more than someone who won't finish a sentence. I think to myself. The old fortune teller could see the people from the church. Cleo's father holds a high-ranking position. I've already made enemies with the church. Putting the clues together, it all makes sense. On the other side, Captain Ma stares toward Red Plum Market from a distance. All this time has passed, and Simon still hasn't come out. He curses. That idiot Simon, thinking with the wrong head, as always. With that thought, Captain Ma hurries toward the market, desperate to get there before Simon popped my cherry. He pulls out his comlink to scan inside. All he sees are 2 women lying on the ground. His heart lurches. Where is everyone? Did Simon take the recruit and escape through another window? Captain Ma approaches the door cautiously. The comlink flashes a laser warning. The door creaks open. Inside, 2 women lie on the floor. A gun presses into the small of Captain Ma's back. Wearing the invisibility cloak, I ask, Name, Malcolm Ma. Why are you here? One of my men reported that Simon was spotted nearby. Just came to check it out. Are you the 9th Division recruit? I pushed the barrel deeper. Right before I moved on Simon, I heard him making a call outside. Sounded like he had someone on the inside. I pull out Simon's phone and dial his last call. Captain Ma's phone rings. He swallows hard. I ask coldly, who tipped you off, Simon? Captain Ma's body goes rigid. His eyes dart back. The invisibility cloak's hood drops, revealing my young face. He screams inside. Simon was a level 4 powerhouse, and a rookie recruit just took him out. Is there no justice anymore? The 9th Division's monster den really does live up to its name. Captain Ma speaks up. Listen, brother, I have money. I can pay you. I can explain the whole Simon situation. I jam the gun harder. Stay still. I never imagined that inside the Aegis Bureau, there'd be scum conspiring with wanted criminals. Captain Ma grits his teeth and spits a cloud of smoke at my face. I pull the trigger without hesitation. Captain Ma staggers and drops to the ground. Then a pair of high heels catches the corner of my eye. Who is this woman? Such a powerful psychic interference. Those heels are actually a high-tier artifact. That face, isn't she the goddess Milo is always raving about? The naive sweetheart actress Ruby? The woman raises one hand, directing a wave of energy toward Captain Ma. His body jolts. He gasps for air. Damn, good thing I shifted my heart to the right side beforehand. That kid almost actually killed me. Under the woman's aura, the bleeding in Captain Ma's chest gradually stops. The woman turns to me. So young, and you already killed Simon. Nearly killed Malcolm too. Impressive. I frown. This woman's combat power is nothing special, but the bald man behind her gives off a powerful aura. Captain Ma speaks. Miss Ruby, this kid is a 9th Division recruit. Ruby smiles. What's your name, cutie? I smile. Do you always stand this close when you ask someone their name? Ruby flashes a dazzling smile and leans in closer. She blows a soft breath across my face. I pause. Her charm is different from a regular psychic attack. This is performing talent. Ruby raises her hand to wipe my face. Let me clean you up. I think to myself, this woman is not what she seems. I grab her wrist. This doesn't exactly look like face washing. Ruby pouts innocently. You're hurting me. Let go of Miss Ruby. Leo shouts from behind. Ruby pinches my cheek. Tell Brother Ko. We've got a 9th Division recruit here. Ask him what to do. Leo snaps a photo of me and sends it. I freeze. Brother Ko? Grandpa's message said if someone surnamed Ko comes looking for me, don't be afraid. He's one of ours. I look at Ruby. The guy you mentioned, his last name is Ko, right? Brother Ko's surname is Ko, obviously. What a coincidence. Ruby's voice softens. Why not follow me? My career is really taking off right now. Stick with me and I'll take good care of you. You want to recruit me? I'm afraid you don't have what it takes. Leo erupts. How dare you disrespect Miss Ruby? Ruby turns and gives him an icy look. Who told you to speak like that? Leo drops to his knees. Miss Ruby, you have me. I'm enough. Please don't look for other followers. I'll protect you with my life. Ruby ignores him and looks at me. Follow me, and I'll reward you by letting you massage my feet every day. How about it? I laugh. What does she take me for? Her personal servant? Ruby takes a call. Is your name Bryce? Yes. The voice on the other end says, then kill him. I jump in. No, my name is Fane. Have him show his comm link to verify. Brother Ku, it is Fane. Take him to a hotel. Give him the best food and drink. I'll be right there. Understood. Ruby gently pulls free. You've been holding on for a while. My wrist is turning red. Can't bear to let go? She thinks to herself. Who is this kid? Brother Ku actually gave that kind of order for him. I think to myself. Brother Ku and this woman are Eternal Night remnants. And it looks like Captain Ma is one too. The Eternal Night Army's infiltration across every faction goes far deeper than I ever imagined. Cut to a hotel room. Ruby leads me inside. She shoots Leo a cold look. Are you deaf? Go get some food. Leo scrambles out the door without a second's delay. I feel a wave of disgust. What a loyal dog. I left Aegis Academy, and almost nobody knew. So who leaked it? If this wasn't a coincidence, then that's terrifying. A knock at the door. Ruby hurries to answer. A sharp-looking man in a trench coat steps in. Leo bows. Second young master. The man walks up with a warm grin. You must be old Master Aldrich's grandson. I'm Cade Ku. Those in the underworld call me second young master, but my people call me Brother Ku. If you don't mind, just call me that. I size him up. Behind that openness is an intense, concentrated killing intent. These hands have been stained with more blood than I can count. I smile faintly. Brother Ku, he says warmly. Old Master Aldrich vanished for years. Never thought he'd return. And his grandson is all grown up. And this talented. Too kind. Can I ask, when did you last see my grandfather? About 2 weeks ago. Old Master Aldrich met with my grandfather. I was lucky enough to be there. What did they talk about? The elder spoke in private. I wasn't allowed to listen. My grandfather only gave one order. If the Ko family army ever encounters someone named Fane, do not touch him, under any circumstances. Where did my grandfather go after? No idea. A figure at that level doesn't share his plans, and no one dares ask. After all, your grandfather was once the Divine Court's most feared figure, the first among the Divine Generals. Brother Ku, if you don't mind me asking, you're with the Eternal Night Army, aren't you? Yes, I'm a member of the Ko family army. Under the Eternal Night Army, my grandfather is the commander of the Ko family army. Sitting with Eternal Night, does it make you uncomfortable? Not exactly. Want to know how I found out you were here? We have a mole inside Aegis Academy, can't tell you who just yet. So you came to find me. Don't tell me you want me to be your mole. Nothing like that. Your academy's midterm test takes place in the Divine Demon Ruins. Eternal Night forces will be there too. Take this. If you run into Eternal Night people, just flash this, and there won't be any trouble. Other factions see the KOU family army token, and give some respect. That's it? You're a strength-type talent, right? I nod. Then I found the right person. Inside the Divine Demon Ruins, combat levels get suppressed. I'm sure you've heard. One of our predecessors went in, and stumbled into a forbidden zone. Only strength-type users can withstand the gravity in there. I know what you're thinking. The Eternal Night Army doesn't have a single strength type. Strength users are easy to find, but Triple S rank strength is not. So you want me to go in and bring someone out? Not rescue. That predecessor has already fallen. We need you to recover his remains. Those remains are vital to us. But bringing them out of the Forbidden Zone requires at least level 5 combat power. You're only at level 4. This midterm, just scout the perimeter and map the location. By finals, once you've broken through to level 5, you go in for real. So after all that, are you in? What if I say no? Then no hard feelings. Almost forgot. The payment. Upon completion, 1/10 tier offensive artifact, 1/10 tier defensive artifact, plus 100 million in cash. Even if you fail, as long as you make the attempt, you get half up front. Brother Ku, talking money between brothers? That's too tacky. Here's my card number. I smile and take the card back. Just kidding. I'll go in and take a look first. If it's doable, I'll give you a definite answer. Works for me. It's getting late. Get some rest. Here's my contact. And one more thing. The Aegis Bureau looks calm on the surface, but the power struggles behind the scenes are brutal. If things ever go south for you there, the Kao family army's doors are always open. I nod. Got it. Cade Kao drops one last line and leaves with his people. After they're gone, I let out a breath. The second young master's presence is overwhelming. Wait, there's more than one set of Divine Demon Ruins. How did he know the one I'm going to is the same one where his predecessor fell? There's only one explanation, Grandpa told him. Tonight I unlocked new skills. ANS, this is an ancient battlefield. Perfect time to test summoning the undead. I trace a line with my fingertip. A crimson ring materializes in midair. By the name of the Slaughter King, I command all spirits to appear before me. A voice booms from within the crimson ring. Who summons me? I pull hard. Half of a massive body emerges from the ring. He steps through with force, towering in stature, skin entirely crimson. Start with an introduction. Name, former post, and combat level. My name is Morris, former member of the 13 Tiger Guards under General Roland. Peak level 11 combat power. I pull out my phone and search for General Roland. He was the commander of the White Robe Army. After the War of the Gods, he was drawn into a power struggle within the church. He lost a single line of text, yet it tells the story of an entire legendary life. The details are impossible to verify. It seems the historical records have had far too much quietly erased. I searched for the 13 Tiger Guards, an elite personal guard formed by General Roland himself, consisting of 13 SS rank awakened fighters. They served with outstanding distinction under his command. I look up at Morris. How much power can you output right now? My output is tied to your blood energy and psychic power. I can sustain level 4 for 10 minutes, level 5 for 5 minutes, level 6 for 30 seconds. I'm a bit deflated. Only 30 seconds at level 6. On this ancient battlefield in Star Springs City, are any of your fellow Tiger Guards still here? Or anyone stronger than you? Of the 13 Tiger Guards, I'm the only one here. The other undead have already passed on. You didn't pass on? Your lingering will must be strong. It is. Every Tiger Guard carried the mission of bringing peace to the world. Until the world is at peace, I refuse to move on. Do you know where any other fallen Tiger Guards are? 2 that I know of. They're in other locations. Will you contract them as well? I would welcome fighting alongside them again. Give me their locations. I'll go when I can. Kai is at Ancient Ape Ridge. Lena is at King Chu's Ferry. I commit it all to memory. With a wave, the crimson ring appears. Morris dissolves into a wisp of smoke and flows into my palm. I can contract more soul generals, but it seems the limit is 3. Could it be linked to the number of divine springs? After a brief rest, I sit up. Nighttime is when the Aberrants come out to play. If I want to build my own forces, these rootless Aberrants are the perfect recruits. Tomorrow, when I return to the academy, I'll station my slaughter generals outside to keep scouting for good candidates. Next time I come out, I bring them in. Let it snowball, and my forces will only keep growing. The streets. I sweep the area with my comlink, picking out promising candidates. The best among this batch of Aberrants is only a B-rank savage beast talent. Spending too long in the 9th division has raised my standards. Whatever. B-rank is B-rank. Once they accept my divine gift and become slaughter generals, the slaughter talent will make them powerful in time. The comlink pinpoints the B-rank target's location. I lock onto him. The guy is sprinting for his life, clearly in some kind of trouble. 3 people are chasing him down. An idea clicks. I position myself along his escape route. A moment later, he comes barreling toward me. I step into his path. I smile. Hello? 3 seconds of silence. Then he snaps. Hello, my foot, and keeps running. I take off after him. The guy's clutching something as he sprints, but he's no match for my speed. I say casually, I can tell you're a natural-born martial genius. How about working for me? He lets out a scornful snort. Some con man dares to pitch me that line? You really think you're something, huh? I'd rather get hit by a truck. I'd rather let them beat me to death. But I will never, ever follow a con man like you. I laugh. This kid's got a sharp tongue. His pursuers catch up fast. Vines erupt from the ground. He lets out a roar and transforms into a Sharpei. I burst out laughing. The Sharpei tears through the vines and bolts. One of the pursuers presses 2 fingers to his temple. A ghost claw of condensed psychic energy rips through the air, heading straight for the Sharpei's skull. His head gets clamped hard. Another pursuer freezes him solid in ice. He roars and shatters the ice shell, then pulls out a disc. Back off! One more step and I'll destroy it. Then he hurls the jade disc straight at me. Bro, I'll hold them off. Take the disc and meet up at the usual spot. All 3 pursuers immediately turn on me. The Sharpei cackles. Kid, if you survive this, come find me. I'll make you my underling. In 3 seconds flat, my fists fly. All 3 attackers hit the ground. Then I blur forward and appear right in front of the Sharpei. The Sharpei immediately bolts in another direction. 2 steps later, I'm in his way again. He drops to his knees without hesitation. Boss, allow me to pay my respects. What's your name? Boss, the name's Buck. I pull out the comlink and scan him. The Sharpei's eyes lock onto the emblem on the comlink. Boss, you're Aegis Bureau? 9th Division? I raise an eyebrow. Your name isn't Buck, it's Sally. The Sharpei erupts. My name is Buck. Sally is what my old man, that creep, put on the birth certificate. Haven't gotten around to changing it. What a good son, I tease. Kicked out for stealing from your superior, huh? You've got a real theft addiction, Sally. My name is Buck. Call me Sally one more time, and I'll kowtow until you beg me to stop. I'm speechless. This guy is a walking meme, and that artifact was left to me by my father. My scumbag boss stole it. I took it back. That's called positive redistribution of social resources. Absolutely not theft. What about the other theft charges? That was optimal reallocation of social assets. Fair point. Then following me would be optimal utilization of human resources, right? Buck chokes. You're a 9th Division officer. You want me to be a snitch? Sell out my brothers? That'll cost extra. No snitching. Just work for me. I'll grant you a talent, but you follow my orders on everything. Grant a talent? That's impossible. Sir, are you messing with me? What kind of talent can be granted? If you actually can, forget working for you. I'll call you daddy. At that moment, the 3 pursuers get back on their feet. I wave my hand. The crimson ring materializes overhead. Morris shoots out, grabs all 3 and forces them to their knees before me. I look at the 3. I grant you the slaughter talent. It will double the speed of your training, but you serve me alone. Betray me, and you die on the spot. Red light sinks into their bodies. They kneel in unison. I turn back to Buck. A crimson rune sinks into his body. Buck trembles uncontrollably. His combat power, stuck at peak level 2 for ages, suddenly breaks through to level 3. Buck's eyes are blazing. You're my real father. Pass, I don't need a son like you. Feeling the transformation inside him, Buck is grinning from ear to ear. You should be able to feel it, I warn him. Do not go against my orders. Or else. Dad, come on. What kind of son would defy his own father? You literally just called your actual father an old creep. Did you think I didn't hear that? That's a term of endearment. From now on, you're my little creep daddy. Just call me Chief. Sure thing, little creep chief. I kick him without a word. Great kick, Chief. Buck grovels. Chief, can I have the jade disc back? I look at the jade disc. What is this thing? Shine a light on it, and you'll see a treasure map. I try it. It looks incomplete. It's just a fragment. Collect all the pieces and you'll find the massive treasure vault that Lord Tiangshuan hid away during the War of the Gods. This disc is the key to that location. Morris nods. That checks out. I toss the jade disc back to Buck. Keep looking for the rest. Let me know when you find something. Got it. Now that you're with me, you are not to use the slaughter talent against innocents. Buck's expression turns serious. From now on, I'll only go after aberrants. I pause. Bad people aren't limited to the aberrant side. Buck breaks into a grin. Now that's what I wanted to hear. A crimson glow flickers in my eyes. Still a while until dawn. Time to pull in a few more aberrants. Over the course of the night, I recruit over a dozen more. Buck says, Chief, our faction needs a name. What should we call it? My voice drops low. The Seven Slaughter Sect. Buck nods eagerly. Seven Slaughter Sect. Love it. That makes you the sect master. What about me? I'm a founding member. At least give me a title. Otherwise, what do people call me? They'll call you Sally. I raise my hand. The crimson ring absorbs Morris, then returns to my palm in a flash of blood-red light. Earn your title. I'll assign one when you deserve it. Remember what I told you? Cut to me boarding the shuttle back to Aegis Academy. I stare at my chat with Fane and think, only a handful of people knew I left. Could she be the mole? On the other side, an eerie purple glow swirls around Hayes. Level 3. I've hit level 3. It won't be long before I catch up to Fane's peak level 3 combat power. I, Hayes, swear, I will make Fane's life a living hell. Cut to my room. After killing Simon, my psychic power has gone up considerably. Perfect time to test my current limits with the blindfold. I put on the blindfold and enter the illusion realm. No matter how alluring the woman before me is, my mind stays unshakable. 1 hour and 50 minutes later, I pull off the blindfold. I'm drenched in sweat. This world runs on one rule: the strong devour the weak. I need to start taking on more missions. I summon the 2 wolves, one black, one white. Having consumed Simon and his crew's blood essence, these 2 got a free ride. They've shot straight up to peak level 3. Next time I feed them a few level 3 beasts, they'll break through to level 4 for sure. I recall the wolves. The next day, I walk into class. Bryce is running his mouth. Entrance scores don't mean a thing. Hayes is already at level 3. Just wait. The score between Hayes and Fane? Far from settled. A spoiled rich kid like Hayes. There's no way he'd let this go. The pudgy guy with acne chimes in. I heard Hayes is planning to challenge Fane on the life and death arena and finish him for good, a student asks. But Fane placed first on the entrance assessment. Can Hayes really beat him? Bryce scoffs. What do you know? Fane being strong on his own means nothing. Hayes has an entire family empire behind him. What does Fane have to match that? The chubby guy says. Didn't Drake mention that Fane's parents left him quite a bit of money? Money alone doesn't cut it. Hayes has the White Lotus Society and the Church. Generations of accumulated resources. But don't Gideon and the others have Fane's back? Close or not, they're still outsiders. Would Gideon go all out for Fane the way the Hayes family does for their own? Use your brain. Bryce, tell us more about what happened during the operation. A real man doesn't dwell on past glory. What we need to do now is keep grinding and meet at the top. Well said, Bryce. Your spirit beast can output peak level 3 combat power now, right? Peak level 3 is nothing worth bragging about. It's all thanks to the Palace Master's guidance. Cap fumes. Fane, look at that clown's face. People call him the Underwear Warrior, and he actually started believing it. These idiots are even talking about going to the life and death arena. I ask, if I kill someone in the arena, there won't be any consequences? Yeah. Fane, when the time comes, beat that bastard Hayes into a pulp, and feed Bryce a bowl of pig slop. Just then, the Palace Master walks into the classroom. We stand and greet him. Bryce notices I'm a beat slow to stand, and immediately calls out, Fane, the instructor traveled all this way to teach us, and you don't even show basic respect? The Palace Master says coldly. If you pull this passive-aggressive stunt in my class one more time, don't bother showing up. Bryce freezes on the spot, mouth hanging open. The rest of the class is just as stunned. I give the Palace Master a thumbs up. The Palace Master speaks from the podium. Today's lesson is combat. A beast tamer can switch to a god's eye view or possess the beast for a first-person view. But only if you formed an absolute intense resonance with your beast. Talk is cheap. It has to be paired with real combat. Anyone want to come up and spar? I'll coach you personally. Who's the strongest here? Bryce stands up on his own. The Palace Master asks, what's your combat level? Peak level 3, sir. Not bad. Who wants to face him? Bryce glances at me from the corner of his eye and nudges the pudgy guy with his foot. The guy takes the hint. Sir, how about Fane going up against Bryce? The Palace Master looks at me. Kid, get up here. I'd rather not. My wolves are pretty vicious. If I end up killing his precious pet, what do I do when he starts crying about it? The class erupts in laughter. Bryce says, we're classmates, relax. Besides, we don't know who's winning or losing yet. Even if I lose, don't worry. My spirit beast can reach up to level 10. It can't die. What if it does though? You'll blame me. Even if it dies, I won't blame you. The Palace Master is right here as our witness. I grin. Palace Master, you're our witness. The palace master nods. I'll be your witness. Quit yapping and show me if you've improved. Even if you kill his spirit beast, I'll compensate him with a new one. Fair enough. The palace master summons the red scale viper. A student says, now that's something. Fane's taking forever. Bet he's gonna summon 2 huskies. I wave my hand. The 2 wolves appear. One black, one white. The palace master can't help but smile. Bryce raises his hand and points at the wolves. Kill them! The red scale viper spews a cloud of toxic fog at the wolves. The 2 peak level 3 wolves split left and right to dodge. Each wolf bites one end of the viper and tears in opposite directions. The snake rips in half on the spot. Each half disappears into a wolf's belly. Nothing left but a pool of blood. The class is stunned silent. Damn, I misjudged it. Bryce's red scale viper didn't even dodge. A protective membrane forms across both wolves' bodies. They've hit level 4. Both wolves are breaking through to level 4. Bryce just became a stepping stone. Laughter fills the room. Fane is unreal, Bryce roars. Fane, I'll kill you. Give me back my spirit beast. I scoff. Didn't you just say you wouldn't hold it against me? I was just talking big. We're classmates. Why would you disregard our friendship and kill my beast? I smirk. What a two-faced bastard. The palace master clears his throat. Sit down. Everyone saw that fight. 2 critical flaws. First, severely lacking in combat experience. Second, no clear understanding of the gap between your strength and your opponent's. Near the end of class, Bryce suddenly stands. Sir, when are you giving me the spirit beast you promised? The palace master's lips curl. That was beast taming class. Now I'm giving you a bonus lesson. The course is called Social Practice Report. Bryce's jaw drops in disbelief. Sir, you're the palace master of Beast Palace. How could you— Could what? The palace master's gaze turns cold. Class dismissed. He walks out the door. I follow him out under Bryce's helpless, furious glare. Palace master, that was legendary. He throws his arm over my shoulder. Got a favor to ask. What is it? During midterms, my illegitimate daughter will be there. I need you to keep an eye on her. You have a kid? I'm not joking. One of my ex-wives has always had it out for my daughter. She might send assassins. Just watch over her while you're there. Afterward, I'll give you a level 5 spirit beast. I eye him skeptically. Why would I lie to you? Get me a witness. How about Anna? Dream on. I want Madam's son. No way. That old lady terrifies me. How about Gideon? That work? I nod. The palace master contacts Gideon immediately. Can I operate solo inside the Divine Demon Ruins? Solo or squad, your call. But members of the 9th Division can't kill Aegis Bureau members. No problem. What does your daughter look like? I need to be able to recognize her. She bears a strong resemblance to me. I'll send you her contact later. Get to know each other. If sparks fly, I wouldn't be against it. That would make us even closer. We're friends, despite the age gap. I'd rather be her uncle. Looking down on my daughter, huh? I shake my head quickly. No. His expression turns serious. Don't forget when the time comes. I won't. I head to the gravity chamber to train the Rising Dragon art. Brother 6 isn't here. I crank the gravity coefficient up another notch. I have to get stronger. This time, I'm taking Hayes down for good. Dragon scales spread across both arms. I throw a punch. 19,000 kilograms. Not enough. I keep training. One evening, I pull off the training blindfold and discover my divine springs have expanded to 4. My divine cores have grown from 2 to 3. Soul Command has gained another slot. They're definitely connected. Over the next few days, I train my psychic power daily with the blindfold. My divine springs reach 5. On the other side, Bryce asks, Hayes, I hear you've hit level 4. Hayes nods arrogantly. Fane's wolves are already level 4. He won't be far behind. If you're fighting on the arena, you better be at least mid-level 4. With my artifacts, I can handle even peak level 4. 2 more weeks and I can step onto the arena. Hayes, Fane's wolves are both level 4 now. Doesn't the White Lotus Society have an artifact that counters beast tamers? Using that would boost your odds. Good idea. You keep training. I'll head out. After Bryce leaves, Hayes makes a call. Mom, Fane has 2 level 4 wolves. That artifact that counters beast tamers. Can you get it for me? Of course, sweetheart. I'll go ask your father. Have you been working too? Hard, baby? Mommy is so worried about you. As long as it can kill him, nothing else matters. Go ask Dad right now. She hangs up. The woman sprays on enchanting perfume and steps out with a seductive grace. Meanwhile, I'm drenched in sweat, just finished training. Gideon appears beside me. I have good news and bad news. Which do you want first? Bad news. From what I overheard inside the church, Hayes is about to make his move. The church is pulling the strings behind the scenes. And the good news? He's loaded with artifacts. Kill Hayes, and every single one is yours. Old Master Yi will use the incident to pressure both the church and the White Lotus Society. That'll keep them off your back for a while. I frown. Why does the church keep coming after me? Don't they already know? My parents didn't leave behind what they're looking for? That's just how those church vermin are. In simple terms, the church is split between reformists and loyalists. Old Master Yi was one of the earliest reformists, but he lost. The church will not allow the 9th Division to produce another monster. I suppress my emotions. Got it. Gideon stands. Train hard. Anything you don't understand, come find me anytime. I nod. Will do. Gideon slurps a mouthful of noodles and vanishes on the spot. I stare into the empty space, killing intent burning in my eyes. Then I'll train until they don't dare touch me. My strength talent has reached peak level 4. The Rising Dragon Art's dragon scale armor is fully formed. My other talents have all reached level 4 combat power. Both Divine Springs and Divine Cores have reached 7. Soul Command now holds 5 slots. 1 week later, I mutter to myself in the gravity chamber. Morris mentioned the exact locations of 2 more tiger guards. I need to contract them first. Then I throw a punch. 24,900 kilograms. Sage hands me a cup of water. Fane, about Hayes making his move. I've heard people say he's got a ton of powerful artifacts, all given to him by his family. His artifacts? Yeah. What do you mean, yeah? Those are obviously my artifacts. Fane, I'm serious. Everyone's saying those artifacts are specifically designed to counter you. I scoff. Rich and powerful, carrying my future loot and trying to kill me with it. I also heard he told everyone to isolate you. Nobody's isolating me. I isolated them. That's my cousin. Come on, let's eat. As we head to the dining hall together, a voice rings out from the distance. Fane, step onto the life and death arena. I challenge you to a death match. Hayes stands on the arena, shouting loud enough to stop every student in their tracks. Fane, if you've got the guts, face me on the arena. If not, then get on your knees and surrender. I stand among the crowd, completely unfazed. Sage grabs my arm nervously. I pat the back of her hand. It's fine. In the dean's office, Gideon sits at a computer playing games, not the least bit concerned about what's happening outside. Brother Six's eyes burn with fury. If Fane doesn't beat Hayes to death, I'll cripple him myself. The crowd surges around the arena. BB and the others stand together. Milo frowns. That bastard is definitely stacked with gear. Fane might have his hands full. Every eye in the crowd is locked on me. Victor pinches Milo. Jinx, shut up! Robin turns to BB. Does Fane have good odds? I don't know. Something about Hayes feels off. More and more students and faculty gather to watch. Bryce sneers from the crowd. Fane chickened out. Where's all that big talk now, coward? Today Hayes is going to prove to everyone that good scores don't mean a thing. I swing my hand and slap Bryce clean across the face. What did you hit me for? Just passing by. Couldn't resist. Bryce clutches his swollen cheek, seething with rage. With every eye on me, I step onto the life and death arena. The owl descends. You are both entering a death match? Hayes grins. Yes. I've already set my sights on Hayes' gear. Yes. The owl's wings beat. A contract materializes in front of each of us. The contract takes effect upon signing. The death match begins immediately. Good luck to you both. Hayes wastes no time and hurls an egg sac at me. It splits open. Dozens upon dozens of spiders pour out. The spiders swarm me all at once. I form a protective barrier. Hayes puts on something that looks like a headband. Milo curses. That bastard. A sneak attack. He has no honor. Robin says grimly. He's a hex-type talent user. Good thing Fane has a psychic talent. That's the perfect counter. I channel my psychic power and activate the Eye of Authority, locking onto Hayes. But the attack is weakened by his headband artifact. Milo curses. This bastard has an artifact that blocks psychic attacks. That's gotta be at least 10th tier, Robin says. It's fine. Fane still has his beast-taming talent. That should at least partially counter Hayes' hex bugs. I summon the 2 wolves and send them at Hayes. Both wolves are locked down by a bracelet artifact Hayes throws out. Milo frowns. Hayes' family really spared no expense. Max starts. It's fine. Fane still has... Shut up! Milo and Robin say in unison. Hayes bares his teeth in a grin. What else you got? Bring it. I'll block everything. No connections, no backing. All the talent in the world won't save you. What makes you think you can beat me? Toxic fog coalesces and rolls toward me. Light engulfs my body. I vanish on the spot. The next second, I'm right in front of Hayes. A rising dragon art-enhanced fist crashes toward his skull. Hayes flies backward, blood streaming from the corner of his mouth. Watching from a distant window, Madam's son turns and strides toward the dean's office. Dean Warren flinches. Ma'am, what brings you here? That boy is carrying an artifact that channels someone else's power. Don't tell me you didn't notice. Madam's son's brow is tight. Dean Warren forces a laugh. Ma'am, this isn't my doing. Gideon set the whole thing up. Gideon smiles. Fane is also at the peak of level 4. Killing someone at the same level won't be difficult. Madam's son scoffs. Can't you see how many artifacts that boy is loaded with? On top of that, he's hiding a hex-type trump card. Gideon forces a smile. Please don't be upset. Fane's tough. He can take it. That boy has an artifact to resist psychic attacks, but Fane doesn't have one to resist hex. What's he supposed to defend with? He has one. He just thinks it's embarrassing. He won't pull it out unless it's absolutely necessary. What kind of artifact is too embarrassing to use? A very flashy pair of red underwear. Meanwhile, Milo's eyes are bulging. Hayes is peak level 4? No way, Robin mutters. This was all built with resources. BB stops mid-chip. That cheating punk. Bryce laughs. Hayes at peak level 4. What's Fane going to win with now? A yellowish-brown protective membrane envelops Hayes' body. I pummel him relentlessly, but gradually something feels off. This guy is eating all my punches and still standing, and that membrane seems to be absorbing my attacks. Hayes grins. That's it? My turn. A swarm of spiders rushes at me in a dense wave. I summon the white bear. It charges straight into the spiders. Hayes' face drops. You've got a peak level 4 bear too? I grin. Surprise. Didn't see that coming, did you? Hayes swallows a purple bead. So what? You're dying today no matter what. I frown. That bead in his mouth, plus everything else on him. All hex-type artifacts. Purple energy swirls around Hayes. The crowd gasps. His power's climbing again. Peak level 4 and pushing the limit. Almost touching level 5. On the other side, Vivian Jiang screams at the old man. Kill him! How dare he punch my son that many times? Rest easy, madam. The young master is wearing the reflective armor. Every blow Fane threw is stored up. With the venom beads enhancement, even a level 5 fighter might not survive it. Then do it. Kill him now. The old man raises his hands and crosses them over his chest. Haze mirrors the exact same pose, arms crossed. Die! A violent blast of purple energy sends me flying, but to everyone's shock, I get back up. Holy crap, this artifact is no joke. Milo breaks into a grin. Fane's fine. Fane's a beast. Sage silently swears. I'd give a year of my life for my brother to win. A student whispers. That's a hex-type reflection technique, combined with a 9th-tier artifact working in sync. No wonder Haze wasn't fighting back. Bryce smirks. Fane's done for. Everything he threw has been reflected right back. BB stares at him coldly. Keep barking and we'll drag you onto the arena next. Haze opens his mouth. I don't believe I can't kill you. Don't attack me. Your flesh rots. Don't fight me. Your organs burn. I feel the pain tearing through me inside and out. I stomp my foot and put on the red underwear in front of everyone. Then I flash in front of him and throws a punch straight at his face. This can't drag on any longer. One dart in, and the headband is ripped off his head. I channel the Eye of Authority. Over a dozen punches land, one after another. On the other side, Vivienne screams. Kill him! The old man channels hex energy, pumping power into Haze. I tear open Haze's shirt and find a spirit talisman plastered across his chest. I rip it off. The external power flooding into Haze vanishes instantly. Haze struggles. Fane, I'm the young master of the Yang family. My grandfather is the vice chairman of the White Lotus Society. This isn't over between us. Tomorrow they'll have your head. My killing intent surges. You don't have a tomorrow. I grab Haze by the ankle, swing him up, and slam him into the ground. The crowd winces. Strength-type brute, all right? Haze screams. I was wrong. I really know I was wrong. Please don't kill me. If you'd kept your mouth shut, I might have left you in one piece. My fists rain down. Haze's body is soaked in his own blood. Seconds later, Haze collapses. Dead. I clench my fist and swear silently. Nox, you're next. I walk to the edge of the arena expressionless. I point at Bryce. Get up here. Bryce freezes on the spot. Someone nudges him. Bryce, Fane's calling you. Bryce turns stiffly to find everyone laughing at him. Milo grins. Bryce, Fane's waiting. Bryce looks like he's about to cry. Get up here, I say again. Fane, I know I was wrong. I shouldn't have gone after you. Please show mercy and let me go. I'll never do it again. Milo cuts in. That's it? The life and death arena has rules, you know. If you refuse the challenge, you have to follow the winner's orders for 1 full month. Whatever he tells you to do, you do. For the next month, I'm at Fane's command. Wherever Fane tells me to go, I go. Gideon speaks up. Give me that spirit talisman. This isn't the artifact itself. It's useless to you, but it's evidence. I need it to pay the White Lotus Society and the church a visit. Got the physical evidence. Now I just need a witness. As he speaks, one hand slips into the void. On the other side, Vivienne snaps. She grabs the old man's collar and screams, Give me back my baby boy. The old man says gravely, Madam, they've discovered the young master was cheating. We need to think of a plan. Vivienne's eyes turn venomous. If you don't talk, who'll know? Once you're dead, I'll go to Aegis Academy and make them pay for my son. She pulls out a dagger and drives it toward the old man's heart. Just as the blade touches, a mysterious hand snatches the old man away. The dagger stabs nothing. She spins around. Who did that? The next second, the hand reappears and takes the venom bead from the table. Vivienne hurls the dagger onto the table. The surface freezes on contact. The hand appears again and takes the dagger too. Vivienne howls. Gideon, you... Before she can finish, the hand returns, pinches her mouth shut, then vanishes. Vivienne's eyes burn with fury. I'll kill every last one of you. You'll all be buried alongside my son. She grabs a subordinate by the collar. Go kill Gideon, right now. The subordinate blinks. Me? Madam, our top priority right now is contacting Mr. Jiang and getting the church and White Lotus Society ready. Vivienne grabs her phone and dials. Meanwhile, I pull the bracelet artifact that trapped my wolves into my hand. This thing is pretty effective against beast tamers. 7th tier, worth keeping. The venom bead is high tier. Too bad Haze had it in his mouth. Disgusting. Headband 9th tier, venom bead 9th tier, reflective armor 10th tier, solid hull. I smile at Sage and hand over the gear I just stripped. It's over. These are for you. You're giving all of these to me? What will you use? Better ones, obviously. Sage stores everything in her storage ring. Milo and the crew crowd around. Fane, that was insane, BB says. My grandpa says after midterms he wants you to come visit. He wants to meet you. Your grandpa wants to see me. He said whenever you're free, just come over. I nod. Sounds good. Milo's eyes light up. BB, can I come too? Let me ask. BB sends a message. A few seconds later, she says, Grandpa told me to politely turn you down without hurting your feelings. Milo scratches his head. BB, you were being way too polite. The group heads to the dining hall, laughing and joking. After dinner, I head to the gravity chamber as usual. Brother Six is inside, sparring with a puppet. He hears me come in. Fane, beautiful work out there. That was deeply satisfying. All thanks to the rising dragon art you taught me, Brother Six. Come here. Let me coach you some more. Push for level 5 as fast as you can. After his explanation, everything clicks. So that's how it works. Brother Six pats my shoulder. Don't get cocky just because you killed Haze. Don't forget, you still have a score to settle with the church. I nod. I won't forget. After training, I head back to my room. A month and a half until midterms. Enough time to reach level 5. Before entering the Divine Demon Ruins, I need to contract the remaining 2 Tiger Guards. They'll be my trump card against the church. Just then, Cleo forwards me a post from the Awakened Forum. My eyes go wide. Gideon, the 9th Division street drifter, stormed the White Lotus Society headquarters, and strange photos of him with the vice chairman's daughter-in-law were leaked. That white-haired rascal actually went and did it. Another message from Cleo pops up. Fane, look! Your 9th Division instructor is trending. Would it kill you to message me first for once? Followed by a string of symbols that look random, an angry mash of the keyboard. But I know Cleo is using the cipher only the two of us understand. She says the church is planning to kill me inside the Divine Demon ruins. There's a second encrypted message. She says my parents' deaths are connected to Naraka Hall. I frown. The church really is trying every angle to take me out. I reply, Cleo, I've been swamped lately. Thank you for risking yourself to send me this. I'll treat you to a big dinner over break. She replies, writing that down in my little notebook. Don't you dare forget. Over the next few days, under Brother 6's guidance, I push relentlessly toward level 5. My punch carries a force of 26,000 kilograms. With the slaughter talents boost, my strength talent reaches level 5 faster than I ever expected. Saturday, I board a train headed for King Chu's ferry. Time to contract the tiger guard named Lena, and knock out an academy mission on the way. Buck is standing at the station exit when a hand claps his shoulder. Sectmaster, when did you get here? I took a special route. Where are the people I told you to bring? Over there. I'll take you. Sectmaster, I've got them in separate small hotels. I just told them to gather at the warehouse. I size up the new recruits. Every single one is below level 3. After being around the 9th Division's monsters, this group is underwhelming. But it doesn't matter. With the slaughter talent, they'll still be able to devour their way to power. I bestow the slaughter talent on all of them at once. When it's done, Buck calls out, bow before the Sectmaster. They all bow. One man speaks. The 7 Slaughter Sect, invincible in battle, our sacred Sectmaster, shall unite the world for 1,000 generations. I chuckle. What's your name? Reporting to the Sectmaster. My name is Ethan. I smile. Not bad. I turn to Buck. Lay low for now. Don't draw attention. Take them out to grind in the field. Once they've powered up, then the 7 Slaughter Sect makes its debut. Understood, Sectmaster. Consider it done. I check the time. Time to go contract the Tiger Guard Lena. I say goodbye to Buck. After finishing the mission on the way, I arrive at King Chu's ferry. Morris murmurs. The river flows as it always did, but the old friends are gone. The verse General Roland always loved to recite. The face I knew has vanished with the wind. Only the blossoms still greet the spring. Now I finally understand what it meant. I raise my hand into the crimson ring. By the name of the Slaughter King, I command all spirits to appear before me. A woman's voice drifts out. Who summons me? A beautiful golden-haired woman is pulled through. She looks at me with a gentle smile. Morris calls out, Lena. She turns, joy spreading across her face. Morris! Lena's gaze returns to me. She takes my hand and presses it to her heart. To be summoned is to be reborn. Lena swears undying loyalty to her master. I'm quietly thrilled. Welcome. What's your talent? My lord, I carry dual talents, double S rank archery, and double S rank psychic. What was your peak combat level? Peak level 11. Good. You're with me now. My name is Fane. Lena studies my features closely. What is it? In you, my lord, I see the shadow of one of General Roland's closest friends. Have you ever heard of Sovereign, the first among the Divine Court's 4 divine generals? I have. He was my grandfather. You're truly Sovereign's grandson? I smirk. The way you say that, you make it sound like I'm faking it. Lena smiles gently. No wonder you're this powerful. You mentioned just now, were General Roland and my grandfather close? They were the closest of friends. If I may ask, my lord, is General Roland still alive? His whereabouts are unknown. Unknown. And your grandfather, Sovereign? I don't know where he went, either. Then does that mean their plan ultimately failed? What plan? The plan to overthrow the church's imperial power. You're saying the plan to overthrow the church existed even before the War of the Gods ended? Yes. Your grandfather was one of the people who started it, but very few people knew about it. I think to myself, both Tiger Guards fell during the War of the Gods. If I want the full story, I'll need to ask Gideon. He sits in a position of power. He should know some of the secrets from back then. I press on. Do either of you know about Naraka Hall? Lena replies. A massive human trafficking ring. It was purged on the Pope's orders. That's it? No juicy details? The Hallmaster's younger sister was involved with many powerful figures. She was the only survivor of Naraka Hall, but where she went, no one knows. Any rumors about her having a child? I wouldn't know. I check the time. I've got enough time to make it to Ancient Ape Ridge. Time to contract the 3rd Tiger Guard Kai. I buy a ticket to Ancient Ape Ridge. At 4 in the morning, I arrive. Ancient Ape Ridge is pitch black, a desolate wilderness of barren mountains. I summon the 2 Tiger Guards, and have them lead me to where Kai fell. In the distance, the hillside is covered in scattered mounds of earth. I stop suddenly and recall both soul generals. I walk toward a small monk gnawing on a pig's foot. He lets out a curse, then quickly says, Boss, my bad. I admit I was being a little loud just now. You're clearly the bigger man. Just let me off the hook. Here, have a pig's foot? You're out here in the middle of nowhere eating pig's feet at this hour? Well, this humble monk came here, firstly to guide the restless souls to peace, and secondly because some bad guys I've been tailing ended up here. I came to guide them to peace too. In plain terms, I'm farming merit. As he speaks, fireflies drift past. A blood-soaked young man comes running from the distance. A small girl strapped to his back. A group of men chase close behind. A man in a pink coat sneers. Hector, you think you can outrun us? He strikes from behind. Hector trips and crashes to the ground. Hector cradles the little girl. Luna, wake up. The girl's face is ghost white. It hurts. Hector roars. Slade, I've already given you everything you wanted. What more do you want? Give me your sister, then I'll let you go. Over my dead body, Slade. Are you people even human? When your father was at his lowest, it was my father who saved him. Now that my father's gone, you've swallowed our family's wealth, and now you're trying to hunt us down. Do you have any conscience at all? Slade shrugs. Whose fault is that? Did we ask for his help? Oh wait, I guess we did. Blame your old man for insisting on being a good person. My father's only mistake was helping a nest of ungrateful snakes like you. That old man really was blind. And you're no better. Your wealth, you couldn't keep it. Your woman, you couldn't keep her either. A woman drapes herself over Slade, giggling. Honey, who's his woman? Why would I ever be around him? You know the truth, don't you? Even if no one else does. Hector's eyes turn ice cold. Cheating scum. He scoops up his sister and launches into the air, trying to escape. Slade sneers. This is the spot. This masked grave is perfect. Plenty of ghosts to keep you company. Slade swings his arm. Boulders rip from the earth. Hector is smashed through the air and crashes to the ground 10 meters from me, coughing blood. I scan Hector with a comlink. Level 3, early stage, S-rank talent, burdened by a blood feud and his duty to protect his little sister. This one is worth keeping. Mayo mutters. Here comes some merit. He walks over to Hector. Amitabha, may the Buddha show mercy. Gentlemen, please do not take a life. Hector grabs Mayo's ankle. It's you. Master, save me, Slade sneers. So he's got backup. You bald monk. Heaven had a path, but you refused to take it. Hell had no door. Yet you came knocking. With all due respect, you've got it wrong. This humble monk is a disciple of Buddhism. Heaven runs on a completely different system, even if they have a path. My system doesn't support it. Slade cackles. Funny monk, huh? You bald monk. Get out of my way. I watch from the shadows. Slade, mid-level 3, telekinesis talent, and hiding in his crew is a level 5 fighter. This monk is interesting though. A peak level 3 actually dares to face them head on. Let's see what he's really made of. Mayo gently blows on his candle holder. The glow brightens and forms a barrier around himself and the siblings. Slade snarls. Get him! A pair of massive earthen hands erupt from the ground and close around the three of them. The next second, cracks split across the earthen hands. Mayo speaks. Gentlemen, commit no evil, practice all good. Those who do good, fortune may not yet have arrived, but misfortune has already retreated. Those who do evil, disaster may not yet have arrived, but fortune has already fled. Slade spits. Goodness my foot. I hate you bald monks. Kill him. Under Slade's control, boulders rise into the air and fly toward Mayo. Mayo's expression remains calm. Lay down your blade. Attain Buddhahood here and now. Slade grins darkly. How about you go meet Buddha yourself, monk? I'm done wasting my time with you. Boulders slam down one after another. Mayo's barrier trembles. Mayo's body explodes in size. The slender monk transforms into a wall of muscle. What the hell is wrong with you? You won't listen to reason? You really need me to beat it into you? Fine, today you're going to experience the profound weight of Buddhist martial arts. Mayo swings the gold brick artifact and smashes his way out. One brick, one body, enemies dropping left and right. He flashes in front of Slade and brings the brick crashing down. Slade's head splits open, blood pouring. Mayo plants a foot on Slade's chest and presses his palms together. Buddhist iron arm technique, my thanks. But the moment those words leave his mouth, a howling wind erupts. A level 5 fighter appears, body covered in glistening snake scales. He flashes in front of Mayo. One hit sends Mayo crashing to the ground with a cry of pain. Slade grabs a boulder to crush Mayo, but the snake-scaled man catches his wrist. Young master, the Hanging Temple is not an enemy you want to make. Then what do? We can't just let them go, the snake-scaled man says firmly. We cannot kill him. Slade turns to take out his frustration on the little girl. A black shadow flickers past. The girl is gone. He stares at the shadow. Who are you? Your daddy. Slade sends a barrage of rocks hurtling at the shadow. I tilt my head slightly. The rocks sail past my ear. Slade's eyes flash. Uncle Chin, I can't take Luna with me. I'm very angry right now. The monk can't be killed, but this nobody who just showed up, he's fair game, right? The snake-scaled man's slit pupils lock onto me. Hector calls out weakly. Please, just take my sister and run. Mayo shouts. Run, bro. Don't worry about me. The snake-scaled man blurs forward, stopping 2 meters away. Did I say you could leave? I give him a single glance and catch his tail strike with one hand. A black sphere forms at my fingertip and sinks into his forehead. He doubles over in agony. Then I take control of the fireflies. Darkness swallows the area. Full perception deployed. Everything around me is under my control. I walk toward the snake-scaled man, who is clutching his head in agony. One palm strike, clean through his skull. Slade sees the tide turning and charges at me with his lackeys. I raise my hand. 6 small spheres of dark energy hover above my palm. The spheres launch. In an instant, all 6 have their psychic energy burned away. They collapse one after another. Slade screams, "Get him!" and bolts in the opposite direction. I scoop up Luna, melt into the darkness, and vanish. Slade is mid-sprint when a shadow flickers ahead. I'm already blocking his path. Slade's face twists with terror. Please, spare me, I'm begging you. I'll give you money, 5 million, no, 10 million. Just let me go, please. The ring of slaughter erupts from my palm and punches clean through Slade's skull. His woman drops to her knees on the spot. Please don't kill me, please. I raise my hand. The ring of slaughter fires. The woman drops instantly. The barren mountains fall silent. An eerie stillness settles in. I look at my arm. The rings of slaughter have grown to 6. It seems I can now unleash level 6 combat power. Meanwhile, Mayo wakes up on the ground, clutching his candle holder, instantly on guard. The light spreads outward. When he sees dozens of bodies lying dead, his face goes white. Amitabha. Holy hell. I just saw the Grim Reaper in the flesh. How in the world did he kill all of them? This many people. Even roll call isn't this fast. Hector comes too. I set Luna down beside him. Hector says gratefully, "Thank you. I owe you everything. Don't mention it. Slade's family will keep coming for you. Have you figured out where to go next? Nowhere left to go. Do you want revenge? You mean you'll avenge us? If you do, I'll give you half of everything my family owned." What's the highest combat level in Slade's family? They have a level 7 fighter, a hired champion. That Slade's father paid a fortune to retain. And Slade's father himself? Level 5. Want to kill him with your own hands? I can make that happen. Really? What's the price? Follow me. I'll give you a way to reach me. If you decide you're in, come find me. I turn to leave. He calls after me. Wait, can you truly help me break through in a short time and kill my enemy with my own hands? Yes. 3 months at most. What about their level 7 champion? I'll handle him. Hector drops to his knees. You saved both my life and my sister's today. I already owe you 2 lives. If you help me avenge my family, through fire and sword, I will follow you even unto death. I warn him. Don't even think about defying me, or you'll die a horrible death. Hector nods firmly. No problem. I press a finger to his forehead. A blood glow flickers and sinks in. Thank you. At dawn someone will come to pick you up. Follow them for now. Understood. Meanwhile, Mayo sits cross-legged, palms pressed together, chanting sutras over the bodies. I chuckle. He actually looks the part. Anyone who didn't know better would think he's a true venerable monk. Every one of Slade's men had their psychic power burned through by my dark psychic power. Even if his father recovers the bodies, no perception user will be able to trace the killer. I raise my hand. The crimson ring materializes. By the name of the Slaughter King, I command all spirits to appear before me. I drag out a fierce-looking man. His name is Kai of the Tiger Guards, 3rd strongest of the 13 Tiger Guards. My eyes light up. Kai sizes me up. You the one who summoned me? Yeah. Then this soldier swears to serve his lord, through fire and water, even unto death. I summon Morris and Lena for a reunion. Kai booms. Morris, Lena, you two died too. Where's the general? Whereabouts unknown. How is that possible? Church power struggle. He was a reformist. The loyalists purged him. Kai's face twists with rage. Those church dogs need a beating. If I were still alive, when the church reform went down, I'd have crammed both my warhammers right up the Pope's backside. Lena turns to me. Kai grew up in military camps, so his language can be a bit rough. I smile. Completely understandable. Kai is not only powerful, his words are just as domineering. Seeing me about to leave, Mayo rushes over. Wait up. What is it? Your midterm test is in the Divine Demon Ruins, right? I'll be going in too. Let's team up. Pass. Look, you've got a serious thirst for blood. Once you're in there, you're going to go on a rampage. Here's the deal. You do the killing. I do the cleansing. No karmic burden on you, and I get to farm merit. Win-win. I shake him off. Doesn't Buddhism talk about fate? If we're meant to cross paths, we'll meet inside. I take the next ride back to Aegis Academy. I'm back, I call out, but Fawn looks at me with something I don't expect. Pity. What's wrong, Fawn? Gideon says, unusually serious. Come with me. The scenery shifts. He brings me to a morgue. A body lies on a table, draped in a white sheet. Look, Gideon says quietly. I pull back the sheet. Aunt Iris. Her face, familiar, pale, still. My mind goes blank. I pull the sheet lower. A hole punched clean through her chest. Gideon says softly, if you need to cry, cry. I fight back the tears and reach out with my perception to see what she went through. A rainy night. A group of men broke into her home. All 3 of them screamed. They were forced to their knees. A psychic type awakened used his ability to take control of their minds. Did you ever receive a package? He asked. One with no return address? Aunt Iris stared blankly. Yes, Fane once received a package with no sender. Who sent it? Where is it now? Before she could answer, another group crashed through the windows. Both sides clashed. As the second group tried to take her, the church leader made the call. If we can't have her, destroy her. Someone punched a hole straight through her chest. Knox looked down at her with golden eyes, a smirk on his face. Everyone in Fane's family must die. The vision ends. My body won't stop shaking. I grip her cold hand. On the surface I look calm, but everyone in the room feels the killing intent rolling off me in waves. Gideon says, when it happened I was at the church. By the time I got word they were already gone. I'm sorry. I clench my fists. Inside the Divine Demon Ruins. Can you guarantee Knox and I end up in the same zone? Gideon nods. I'll make sure you're in the same area. What about the others from the church? Them too. And the second group? A remaining faction of the Eternal Night Army. I slowly straighten up. What about my uncle and my cousin? Not found. Does Sage know? Fawn says. She does. She fainted. She's resting in her dorm. Madam's son is with her. I look at Gideon. Take me to her. One snap, and we're in Sage's room. Sage lies in bed, face drained of color, forehead slick with cold sweat. The moment I reach her bedside, she jolts awake as if she sensed me. She grabs my arm the instant she sees me. Her whole body trembles. Finally, she breaks. She clings to me and sobs. Her eyes are red, burning with overwhelming hatred. I hold her tight. Inside the Divine Demon Ruins, Gideon will arrange for us to meet Nox. Madam Sun pauses. Fane, about your aunt's funeral. I turn. Grandma Sun, I'll bury my aunt after I've killed Nox. Sage says she wants to go sit with Aunt Iris. Gideon agrees and brings us back to the body. Sage collapses over her aunt's body and weeps. Anna stands outside, supporting Gideon. Does it still hurt? Let me call the healer to check on you again. No need, a few days rest and I'll be fine. I'm heading back. Tell Fane I had to leave. Anna's eyes fill with tears. Those church bastards. A while later I step out. Ms. Cheng, where's Gideon? After what happened to your aunt, Gideon went to the church's Red Lotus division and tore the place apart. He killed the second in command, put the commander in critical condition, then the Pope himself intervened, and nearly destroyed him. If old Master Yi hadn't stepped in, Gideon might have. I silently keep this favor in mind. As I head out, Dean Zhu follows. Fane, hold on, I need to tell you something. What is it, Dean? Anna extracted your aunt's final memories. I imagine you saw them too. Your aunt told the church that you once received a package with no return address. Don't read too much into this. I just want you to know, the church will not let this go. Old Master Yi already clashed with the Pope. They've agreed not to come after you again, but that only covers what happens in the open. Inside the Divine Demon Ruins, there are no rules. I know. The 9th Division will always have your back. Train hard until then. From that day on, Sage and I spend every free hour in the training hall. My strength-type power has stabilized. I'm already at mid-level 5. Radiance and Psychic have both broken through to level 5. The White Bear hits level 5. Over the course of a month and a half, Perception reaches level 5. The Psychic Detection Field is fully formed. The Perception Eye can now track movement within a short time window. At last, the day of the Divine Demon Ruins arrives. Dean Zhu addresses the crowd. This midterm test takes place inside the Divine Demon Ruins. Everyone follows orders. No unauthorized actions. After the briefing, we board a flying artifact large enough to carry over 1,000 people. When we step off, the horizon is a wall of ancient mountains shrouded in mist. Deep down, I sense something waiting for me inside. Something like a terrifyingly powerful soul general, calling me toward it. And the slaughter talent, it's not suppressed here at all. I can unleash true level 6 combat power. 2 messages on my phone, one from Cade, telling me to use the token to locate his people inside and link up. The other from the Palace Master, reminding me to look after his daughter. Members of various factions file off the flying artifact. The crowd surges. Gideon appears beside me. The rules inside the ruins are difficult to interfere with. I can't place you and Nox in the exact same location. There can only be a small margin of error. Take this spatial orb. I'll tamper with the church group's entry. Once inside, wherever this orb drifts, follow it and you'll find them. Thanks. One more thing. Your cousin Misty may have been taken by the church. Your uncle Wade may have been taken by Eternal Night remnants. The details are still under investigation. The ruins open soon. Good luck. 2 thunderous booms roll across the sky. 2 rankings materialize overhead. Milo says excitedly. The Dragon Tiger ranking is for individuals. The top 100 ranking is for organizations. If you crack the top 30 on the Dragon Tiger, you get rewards, and your name goes everywhere. Fawn starts explaining the rules. You can stay inside for a maximum of 7 days. Only items stored in the scoring storage ring will count toward your score. Divine Marrow rapidly restores blood energy and psychic power, but it's almost always guarded by beasts. Crystal cores can be stolen from other participants. Once you're inside, don't assume the rules will be fair. If you can't hold on, crush the teleportation talisman to get out, but your score is locked in at that point. A commotion ripples through the crowd. Someone points. The church is here. Dozens of church officials march in with their recruits, every face dripping with arrogance. Nox and a teammate suddenly begin reenacting the scene of Aunt Iris's murder, right in front of me. I give Nox a cold smile. Nox returns it with a sneer. He mutters to the man beside him. Don't kill him too quickly once we're inside. After we get what we need, I want to take him apart piece by piece, make him kneel before me, unable to live, unable to die. No problem, a punk who hasn't even grown his first whiskers. We'll crush him like nothing. Milo glares at Nox's group. Fane, let's go in as a team. You call the shots. There's no way we can't take them. Robin switches to Ronan. Even if it costs us our lives, we'll help you gut every last one of them. BB pulls out 2 blades and says coldly, cut them down. I smile. No need. Once inside, protect my cousin and the Palace Master's daughter. I'll handle the killing alone. The Palace Master has a daughter? Illegitimate. Someone's targeting her. I made a promise to protect her. Victor says worriedly. Going alone is way too risky. I'll be fine. I've got this. Sage runs up to me. Fane, the church people are here too. Let me go with you. No, don't worry. I'll beat him half to death first. Then I'll let you finish him yourself. I scan the crowd for the Palace Master's daughter. A hand taps my shoulder. I turn. A muscular girl with a baby face speaks. Uncle Fane, I'm Jade. I think to myself, so this is that old creep Palace Master's daughter. She really does look like him. She hands me a small orb. This is for you. What is it? It's what my dad promised you. He said you have some personal business to take care of, so he had me give it to you early. I take it. Inside is a peak level 5, gold-striped tiger. Thanks. The Palace Master actually kept his word. A peak level 5 tiger to boost my firepower. I tell Jade to stick with Milo and the others. Once my business is done, I'll regroup. Suddenly, massive vortexes materialize in midair. an elder announces. The Divine Demon Ruins are open. All participants enter the Divine Demon Ruins in an orderly manner. Time limit 7 days begin. Everyone charges toward the vortexes. Nox curls a finger toward me. See you inside. I glance back at Gideon. He gives a subtle nod. I step into the vortex. After a dizzying spin, I land steadily. Milo and the others drop in one after another. I release the gold-striped tiger and form a spirit-beast pact. A quick check confirms. My slaughter talent is completely unrestricted here. Everyone got their maps? Spread out and start grinding. We'll regroup at Skywatcher Peak, Milo asks. Fane, are you really sure about this? Let's stick together. I've got it. Just wait for me. I flick my finger. The spatial orb hovers in front of me. The man who's going to crush you is here, Nox. I take off after the orb. Map in hand, I push forward. The brutality of this place truly lives up to its name. Along the way, I witness one bloody battle after another. The orb's pulse grows stronger. The gap between Nox and me is closing. Dragon-scale armor spreads across my body. The crimson ring glows in my palm, ready to summon all 3 soul generals. Just as I thought, the rules here have no hold on me. I deploy my detection field. Combat ahead. Over a dozen church members, ganging up on a young couple. One of them leers. Your boyfriend can't protect you again. Why do you even stay with him? Wasting your best years on a loser. Why not come with me instead? The girl shoves him away, but he kicks her in the stomach. The boyfriend tries to fight back and is killed in a single strike. The church member turns to the girl. You want to die too? If you don't want to die, come satisfy me. She struggles with everything she has. A beam of light pierces her skull. He sneers. 2 blind low-born ants, who came here looking for death. Suddenly a violent wind kicks up. They grip their weapons, scanning every direction. Nox's pupils flash gold. Come out. I knew that white-haired bastard would pull something, so he sent you right to us. The next instant, I flash forward and pin the church member against a tree. He snarls. Let go of me, you low-born filth. I grin and drive a fist through his chest. A gaping hole remains. Then I turn to the church members closing in around me. Don't rush. Everyone gets a turn. Nox erupts. Do you have any idea what happens when you kill a church member? I scoff. The consequence is a dead church member. Nox snarls. I'll make sure you learn what it means to cross the church. You'll suffer a horrible death. Stone scans the surroundings. He's alone? Nox scans the surroundings but finds no other 9th Division members. That white hair didn't send backup? I wipe the blood from my fist. You think I need backup to kill you? Nox glares. You really don't know your place, Stone says. Nox, don't be rash. He came alone to take revenge. He definitely has something up his sleeve. Nox's eyes flash with venom. Golden light explodes as he charges a devastating slash at me. The rest of the church members attack simultaneously. One sweep of my hand. Every contracted spirit beast materializes. You bastard, that's not going to be enough. Nox roars. A lion of pure golden light materializes at his side. A pillar of light blasts from the lion's jaws. I raise my palm. A black sphere forms, and in the blink of an eye, the golden beam turns pitch black. The golden lion is instantly corrupted, now a black lion. Nox's face goes white. Seeing the dark energy closing in, he cuts his link to the lion without hesitation. He roars. So that's your trump card, formation. That black flame is strange, but there's over a dozen of us. We can't kill one kid? I scoff. Poodle, didn't the church teach you, when picking allies, it's quality over quantity? The crimson ring materializes. 3 figures burst out. Kai leads, twin warhammers clashing together. Church pups, Grandpa's going to have some fun with you today. Stone stares in disbelief. Tiger guards? That's impossible. He can actually summon General Rollins. Personally trained tiger guards? Kai charges Stone first, warhammers raised high. Stone throws up a golden barrier. Barely holds. I think to myself. 3 soul generals at once. Their level 5 power can last for 10 minutes. That's more than enough to make them suffer. Level 6 burns out too fast. Showing it now would be a waste. They want to force my hand, and I want to see what else the church has to offer. Once they show their real cards, I'll boost the Tiger Guards to level 6, and give them a little surprise. Nox points at me. If he can summon General Roland's Tiger Guards, then he's definitely connected to the rebel remnants. The 9th Division claims to be suppressing rebel remnants, but secretly they're harboring them. We capture him, report to the Pope, and teach those disobedient lowborns in the 9th Division. A lesson they won't forget. This place has no connection to the outside. You think you're getting out? Right then. Kai brings both warhammers crashing down. The savage blow sends Stone staggering. Stone's blood energy surges from the impact. He roars, "Formation!" Everyone attacks in unison. A dome-shaped barrier of light locks me. 3 soul generals and 4 spirit beasts inside. I raise my hand. The incoming light is consumed by black energy. The golden barrier dissolves. Stone's voice shakes. What is this? I sweep my gaze across them all. This is your church's own blazing sun technique. You can't even recognize it anymore? Nox and Stone exchange a glance. This lowborn definitely has links to the rebel remnants. Good thing we came prepared. We brought the compass artifact. It can bypass the rules for a short time. Otherwise, we would have been screwed today. Nox scoffs. This place's rules suppress everyone to level 5. Level 5 is the strongest power this place allows. No wonder you dared to act so arrogantly. But in the end, you're still young and brainless. Did you really think raw strength alone means you can do whatever you want? Stone commands. End this fast. Level 6 won't last long. Don't let the others burn out from channeling too much energy. Several church members, now boosted to level 6, close in again. I let out a cold laugh. The rules of the ruins have nothing to do with me. My pupils shift to blood red. The ring of slaughter erupts. In a single exchange, Stone's chest is punched clean through. His body crashes to the ground. The rest are frozen in shock. Nox shouts, "Everyone attack! We have this many level 6s and we can't kill one person?" I smirk. "You want to compare numbers?" I raise a finger and point at the 3 soul generals. All 3 soul generals surge from level 5 to level 6. Kai lets out a roaring laugh and raises both warhammers. 2 church member skulls burst on impact. Lena draws her bow. Arrow after arrow finds a heart. Morris draws his short halberd and drives it through a church member. Nox staggers backward, face drained of color. His eyes flash with desperation. "Everyone, to the compass! Veil the rules for me. Let me reach level 7, even if it's only for a moment." They gather around the compass artifact. 3 minutes max, Nox. Twin pillars of golden light erupt from Nox's eyes. "That's enough. Let's see what you've got left." He brings his blade down in a devastating slash. I press one hand to my chest and whisper a single word. "Gaia." Nox's massive blade of light engulfs me. But seconds later, a silhouette emerges from within the blinding radiance. My arm rises slowly. 7 rings of slaughter coil around it. "So it's you filthy ants who call yourselves descendants of light." Nox flinches, then erupts with fury. "Die!" His blade comes down in a frenzy. Blinding light swallows me whole. My arm stays raised, unmoved. The rings of slaughter tear through the light. Several church members stagger. The rings slice through them. They drop and don't get up. The sight fills Nox with terror, and he begins to consider retreating. He reaches for a jade talisman to flee the ruins. But I read his intent. The 7 rings of slaughter merge into a single long blade. One flick, Nox's arm is severed clean off. His face twists with horror. "Impossible! You're not Fane. What are you? No one is worthy of knowing who I am." Nox's eyes go wild. "Even if you kill me, the Great Pope will recall my soul." The ring of slaughter erupts from my palm, reducing Nox's head to a bloody mess. The 3 tiger guards feel my aura and drop to one knee without thinking. I raise my hand and trace a circle in the void. Nox's specter materializes. "You low-born filth, just you wait. I knew you were no ordinary person. You must be connected to the rebels. The Great Pope sees all. Once the Pope recalls our souls." I reach through the crimson ring and yank Nox's specter out. For the first time, pure terror covers his face. "We're already dead. You still won't let us go? Devour them." One command. The 3 soul generals dive into the crimson ring and tear through the church members' specters. Every shred of arrogance is gone from Nox. He forces out a thin smile. "Fane, you clearly have the soul command ability. My combat power isn't bad either. If you don't destroy me, I can be your lackey." I scoff. "I preferred the arrogant version of you. Bring him back." Nox's voice shakes. "I'm level 8 combat power. A rank Radiance talent. You'd be getting a great deal." I glance at the 3 tiger guards. "He claims to be powerful, with an exceptional talent. Why don't you 3 tell him what your talents are, and what level you reached?" Kai bares his teeth in a grin. "A rank talent and you dare bark? I have 2 double as rank talents. Peak combat power, level 12. Lena says. "Morris and I are about the same. 2 double as rank talents, peak level 11. Nox drops to his knees. "Are you going to destroy me?" I stare down at him coldly. "Why did you keep saying everyone in Fane's family must die?" "Because our family was once a first-class house. Then we were nearly wiped out entirely in a power struggle. The root cause was Sovereign, the man who started it all. So I killed anyone I suspected of being tied to him." What was Sovereign's position? He was the first among the Divine Court's 4 divine generals. But I know I was wrong now. From now on, I'll only target his actual descendants. I swear absolute loyalty to you. Please don't obliterate my soul. I'm afraid that won't work. Why not? Because the man you're talking about is my grandfather. The struggle you mentioned, was that the internal church conflict? Reformists versus loyalists? Yes. So your family was on the royalist side back then. What do you know about Naraka Hall? How do you know about Naraka Hall? Dark energy bursts from my palm. Black flames burn Nox's soul. His screams ring out. "I'm the one asking questions. How dare you question me?" Nox trembles. Naraka Hall was a human trafficking ring from the last century. Where do they operate now? Where are they usually based? I truly don't know. I only know that Naraka Hall is definitely connected to the Eternal Night Army. The Hallmaster's younger sister. Was she involved with the Pope at the time? I don't know. Rumor was that woman was involved with many powerful men. I was just a lackey. That kind of information was far above me. The car accident that killed my parents, Naraka Hall was behind it, wasn't it? Yes. Has the church uncovered any leads? That's beyond my clearance. If you want answers, ask Miss Cleo. Her father was one of the people in charge of your parents' case. He would know the details. When you went to my aunt's house, were you looking for something my parents left behind? Yes. And killing your aunt. I had no choice. No choice? The black flames intensify. Nox's screams grow more agonized. I was just following orders. The one who ordered us to seize your aunt's family was Mr. Chu, Cleo's father. Did he know they were my family? Yes. What is his rank in the church? He is the Dean of the Academy of Light, a candidate for the next Pope, also Chairman of the Council of Light, and Governor of the Army of Light. He commands 1/6 of the church's military power. I never imagined his position was this high. This much power. No wonder Cleo never gave someone like Drake a second glance. Miss Cleo has feelings for you, but she is the church's next goddess of light. If you could be with her, your future would be limitless, but you'd need Mr. Chu's approval. If he backed you, the church would leave you alone. But Mr. Chu is pragmatic. unless you and Miss Cleo make it a done deal first. I slap Nox's specter across the face. Do I look like a kept man to you? No, of course not. Is Cleo in the Divine Demon Ruins? Miss Cleo has a dedicated security team. She entered separately from us. Who gave the order to kill me inside the ruins? Jasper Jong, Hayes' grandfather. The same Hayes you killed before was his grandson. I scoff. The old man really holds a grudge. I seal Nox's specter into the Crimson Ring. I'll keep him for more church intel. Then Sage can have her revenge. First, I need to meet Cade Ku's people and retrieve the predecessor's remains from the Forbidden Zone. I tell the Tiger Guards to gather the loot. The compass artifact is a real prize. After killing this many, my power has climbed again. The 6th ring of slaughter is now fully solidified. I check the map and accelerate toward the Forbidden Zone. A little over 20 minutes later, I hold Cade Ku's jade token. A rough male voice comes from beyond the mist. Julie, you think the kid brother Ku called for isn't coming? A female voice fires back. What's the rush? Not even a roast chicken can shut that mouth of yours. That's definitely Cade Ku's crew. The man continues. I heard that. The church sent a squad of over a dozen, specifically to take this kid out. Every one of them level 5 or above. Not a single pushover. I'm worried the church already got to him. Julie snaps. Sit tight and wait. Another male voice speaks up. If it comes to it, we should go help him. He is brother Ku's guy after all. Julie says. Half an hour more. If he still doesn't show, we go to him. The mist parts. I step through. Julie sizes me up, then checks the token in her hand. You're Fane? I scan the 4 of them. Brother Ku sent you? Yeah, I'm Julie. The one stuffing his face with chicken is Robbie. The one with the blade is Blake. And the one with the twin tails is Angie. Then let's head to the Forbidden Zone and bring out the Eternal Night predecessor's remains. Julie chuckles. Alright, the entrance to the Forbidden Zone is up ahead. Through the mist, an endless valley stretches before us. Something inside is calling to me. Julie points. The remains are in there. The moment we step in, the space ripples. Gravity shifts violently. A stone path stretches ahead. The words Thunderclap Valley are carved into a boulder beside it. The gravity shifts again, roughly 3 times normal. The others aren't strength types. They grit their teeth and push forward. Someone's there! Robbie suddenly shouts, pointing into the mist. Where? I don't see anyone! Julie smacks the back of his head. Angie has a perception talent. I'm not detecting anyone. Robbie grins sheepishly. Might have been seeing things. We push another kilometer deeper. 4 times gravity now, I say. Don't push it. Angie lets out a sudden gasp. There really is someone out there. Everyone stares into the mist on full alert. I gaze toward the deepest part of the valley. A faint golden glow pulses within. The pull inside me grows stronger. Robbie says, I can hear someone chanting sutras, and someone crying for help. Angie frowns. I can't sense a thing. The gravity here is at 5 times. If we go any farther, Julie, none of us will be able to hold up. Julie asks, can you pinpoint the remains? No, at least a kilometer ahead. Julie hands me a storage ring. This is the payment Brother Ku promised you. I glance inside. A coiling dragon spear. The killing aura is suffocating. Julie says, we're not strength types. Getting this far was hard enough. The rest is on you. Brother Ku said, don't push yourself. If you can get the remains, bring them. If you can't, that's fine. Finals aren't too late. Know your limits. This place is too strange, too freaky. Just go in for a look. Find the exact location. I step forward. Got it, Robbie says. Julie, letting the kid go in alone. Doesn't that feel a bit wrong? Then go in with him. Julie kicks Robbie. Robbie puts on a goofy grin. The gravity in here is just brutal. Let's fall back a bit, Julie says firmly. You all head out. I'll wait here for him. Meanwhile, I push deeper into the valley. Cries, laughter, and chanting sutras flood my ears on the wind. Gravity hits 5 times. And still climbing. This place is no joke. My steps halt. Something is out there. 2 black shapes leap back and forth inside the mist ahead. I release all my forces. Kai, Morris, Lena, guard the perimeter. Black Wolf, and White Bear hold the surroundings. Nox, go check out those 2 shapes. And don't try anything. I can hear them, but I can't see them clearly. I can't catch up. This place is deeply unsettling. The gravity isn't the real problem. The real threat is what's inside. Nox, keep scouting ahead. Don't lose sight of those 2. The gravity is crushing my perception. Can't deploy the field. I'll have to rely on my eyes and ears. 8 times gravity hits. I'm near the core, but it keeps intensifying. The chattering of the 2 black shapes suddenly shifts in pitch. Nox yelps. There's someone up ahead. Then he freezes and refuses to move another inch. Kai barks. You've already died once. What are you scared of? He charges forward without hesitation. As we close in, a figure comes into view, sitting cross-legged on the ground. A mummified corpse, one finger pointing deeper into the valley. Empty eye sockets, mouth frozen open, as if trying to speak one final secret before death. What he was pointing at, the golden glow. It turns out the glow is the golden dome of a temple. The jade thumb ring on his hand shares the same origin as Cade Ko's token. This must be the predecessor. I poke the body with the coiling dragon spear. Nothing feels off. Only then do I store the corpse in my storage ring. The gravity is still manageable. Spear in hand, I press on, leading my forces straight toward the golden glow. The temple. The glow looks close, but it takes over 20 minutes to reach it. Through the mist, the Thunderclap Buddha temple emerges, bathed in golden radiance. A golden Buddha sits at the center. Bodhisattvas and Arhats line both sides. A voice inside my mind keeps urging me forward. I steady myself and step into the hall. Hundreds of meditation cushions line the floor. Faint monks appear in the Buddha's radiance chanting. A golden Buddha statue over 10 meters tall towers above, exuding majesty. My instincts tell me, something in here is calling to me. I can't help but smile. Let's see just how freaky this place really is. The deeper I go, the heavier the strangeness becomes. Come! A voice erupts inside my mind. A sinister wind sweeps through the ancient hall. The Buddha's radiance flares. The chanting intensifies. Together they suppress the voice that just invaded my head. I scan the room. The incense burners and candlelight are still burning. The walls are covered in murals. Buddhas, bodhisattvas, and arhats slaying demons. On closer inspection, two black-skinned imps in a mural are staring at me. Their eyeballs are moving. Something is alive inside this mural. Everything else is still. Only these two sets of eyes are moving. I grip the coiling dragon spear and fake a strike at the two imps. The next second, both imps turn inside the mural and bolt. My eyes go wide. They actually ran. This isn't an illusion. The two imps have shrunk to tiny dots on the far end of the mural. I send Nox's specter to scout the back courtyard behind the Buddha. He checks the side chambers one by one. The two wolves at my feet suddenly bark. Nox has entered the mural. The back courtyard and the mural overlap. The imps shrunk to the southeast corner. Check there. There's nothing here. The position lines up. There can't be nothing. Look again. An invisible barrier suddenly blocks Nox. He screams, "A ghost!" I kick him. "You're a ghost too, you idiot." My eyes lock onto the spot where the barrier stopped Nox. The face of a monk in the mural grows more and more familiar. It looks exactly like the young monk I met before, Mayo. I plant the coiling dragon spear on the ground, step onto its tip, and look down at the mural. It really is identical. Nox, go push against that invisible wall. See if anything happens. Can't budge it. Seriously can't. Kai steps up. Let me try, my lord. He swings both bronze warhammers into the invisible wall with everything he's got. Inside the mural, the young monk breaks into a cold sweat. Stop hitting it! I shout. Kai frowns. This Buddha's radiance is giving me goosebumps all over. I condense the radiant energy from all 7 divine cores inside me, ready to bolt at the first sign of real danger. Then I step into the back courtyard and walk toward the invisible wall. Up close, I reach out and touch it. No reaction. I call out, "Mayo!" Lena says, "My lord, the young monk in the mural, his mouth just moved." I step up to the mural, looking up at the painted monk. "Mayo, is that you?" The monk in the mural opens and closes his mouth. "How did you get in there? Were those cries for help on the wind earlier? Were they yours?" Standing on the spear tip, I try to read his lips. Can't make it out. Then the voice crashes through my mind again. "Come." The next second, golden light floods the temple. The monks chant in unison. The summoning voice is suppressed once more by the chanting, but the pull remains as strong as ever. I raise my hand. The crimson ring materializes in my palm. By the name of the Slaughter King, I command all spirits to appear before me. Every figure inside the mural begins to move. The entity sealed beneath the Buddha speaks slowly. "Once this humble monk is free, I will grant you 3 conditions." I frown. People work for me, not the other way around. "And yet you want to negotiate? You agree to my condition first, then I'll decide whether to free you. Name it. Serve me." The instant those words leave my mouth, the entity seizes my arm and tries to drag me in. I fight back, but its strength matches mine completely. I activate the slaughter talent. In a flash, golden light erupts across the entire temple. The dark entity is forced down by the radiance. It cries out in wild ecstasy. "You are the Slaughter King. The Slaughter King walks the earth once more. Buddha, you misread the hearts of men in the end. This humble monk was right all along." Features. This humble monk is situ. I pledge my loyalty to the Slaughter King. "My lord, take me out of here." I pull with everything I have, but he's pinned inside. "I'm about to rip you apart, and you've barely budged." Golden light sears my arm. I yank it back on instinct. Situ's voice comes from the crimson ring. "What holds me is a Buddhist treasure, the floating world mural. This very wall painting. So it's an artifact. And not a low-tier one either. But one artifact alone cannot contain me. There must be a second one here. Find it, and you can free me. If I'm not mistaken, it's another Buddhist treasure. The time reversal mirror. Find it, move it, or claim it, and I walk free. Any idea where this thing might be? There are 3 Buddha sanctuaries in this realm. Thunderclap Valley, Maha Temple, and Spirit Light Mountain. If it's not here, try the other 2. When you get out, can you bring the young monk with you? He is under the protection of 2 bodhisattvas. They will intervene, forcing him out. Wouldn't be saving him, it'd be killing him. Fine, sit tight, I'll check the other 2 locations. This humble monk awaits good news. I check the map. Both locations are marked. I head for the exit of Thunderclap Valley. Meanwhile, Julie and Blake wait anxiously. Footsteps approach. Robbie and Angie return with an old man. "Grandpa!" Blake is the first to stand. Julie follows. "Elder Tong?" The old man nods. "How long has he been inside?" Julie replies. "Almost an hour." Elder Tong frowns. "If he's not back before dark, we leave," Robbie blurts. "We're leaving him behind?" Elder Tong says gravely. "The ruins at night are crawling with terrifying beings, especially a forbidden zone like this. After dark, he's as good as dead." Julie sighs. "Forget the remains at this point. If he makes it out alive, I'll count my blessings. Otherwise I can't face Brother Cade. I'd feel terrible too." "Feel terrible about what?" A voice cuts through the mist. I step out. Relief floods their faces. Robbie speaks first. "You scared the hell out of us. We thought you'd set up permanent residence in there." Julie exhales. "Good, you're out. Why were you in there so long?" Blake asks. "I saw some golden light flashing, so I went to take a look." Julie's eyes widen. "You went all the way to the core?" "Didn't actually go in. I'm a timid person. Took a peek from a distance, Julie asks. Did you get the remains? I pull the corpse from my storage ring, Angie says admiringly. Anyone Brother Cade personally picks is clearly not ordinary. I just walked in a couple of steps. No big deal. Julie hands me a bracer. Here's the payment we promised. A 10th tier defensive artifact. I grin. Brother Cade is too generous. When's the 100 million arriving? Elder Tong cuts in. The moment we leave the ruins. It goes straight to your account. We shouldn't linger here. Let's talk outside. The divine marrow you need for the test will help you get it. No need. You all have your own business. I need to regroup with my team. Been gone 4 hours already. Better check in and let them know I'm alive. After parting ways, I check the scoring storage ring. My info pops up. Fane, 9th Division recruit. Current Dragon Tiger ranking, 119,296. Following the plan, I ride the Black Wolf towards Skywatcher Peak. Danger. The Black Wolf slams to a halt. I raise my spear. The bracer flares into a shield of light. A massive shape emerges, an earth yaksha. Behind it, over a dozen dark figures, all armed. I flash what I believe is a very friendly smile. The earth yaksha grins. Nice firm flesh. Should taste good when I chew. The shadows rush me screeching. One hit sends them all flying. The earth yaksha snarls and charges me personally. I summon all 3 soul generals. Situ's figure lingers in the crimson ring. The earth yaksha drops to its knees, trembling, and slams its forehead to the ground. Lord Situ! Situ speaks. My lord, in this place you need not worry. This humble monk will protect you. No demon here dares harm you. The earth yaksha turns to me and kowtows frantically. Forgive us, lord. We meant no offense. I raise an eyebrow. I knew Situ was powerful. Didn't expect this level of influence. Clear the path for my lord, Situ says again. While we travel, I take the chance to ask. How strong were you at your peak? Level 14. 14? You're messing with me. What's your talent? Weakening. Any being that fights me automatically drops 1 level in my presence. Do you know how the divine demon ruins were created? Situ lets out a dry laugh. Human greed is the beginning of all chaos. The Slaughter King descends once more. Slaughter is the dawn of civilization, and its final chapter. I think for a moment. You're saying, the divine demon ruins exist, because a Slaughter King once descended here before? Correct. Where did that Slaughter King go? The Slaughter King is not a person, it is a rule, he murmurs. I can already smell the end times in this era. Greed has blanketed the earth. You will be the creator of chaos, and its destroyer. So you follow me because you're waiting for chaos? Not at all. I simply enjoy watching the ever-shifting hearts of men. On the other side, BB's twin blades cut through the air, scattering enemies. Victor casts healing on the others. Milo eagerly loots the fallen storage rings, distributing divine marrow to everyone. When he reaches Sage, he says gently, Don't worry, Sage, Fane's definitely fine. Robin is currently in Renee's personality. I know that rationally, but saying I'm not worried would be a lie, Sage says apologetically. I'm sorry you all have to worry about me too. Milo smiles. You're Fane's cousin. That makes you our family too. The sky darkens. The mist thickens far beyond what it was during the day. Renee says, We need to find shelter fast. This place is deadly at night. They find a cave and build a fire. BB and Max guard the entrance. Victor heats up food. Jade pulls a lunchbox from her storage ring and eats. Robin gently pats Sage's shoulder. It'll be okay. Don't be so tense. Sage forces a smile. But it's already dark, Milo says. That's exactly why. Fane hasn't come yet. It's way too dangerous to move around at night. The mist churns. Strange sounds echo from every direction. BB says, Everyone stay close. A piercing scream rings out. Jade gasps. That sounds like the people that woman sent, Robin calls out. Max. Max presses both palms to the ground. A yellow ring of energy radiates outward. Bad news. They're heading this way. They're trying to lure the creatures in the mist. Straight toward us. BB calmly finishes a chip, then raises both blades. Max forms a heavy earth wall, sealing the cave entrance. The next second, a massive worm smashes the wall apart. Behind it, over a dozen beast tamers charge into the cave. BB's twin blades erupt with piercing white light, forcing them back. Robin roars and switches to Ronin. Frenzy mode. BB shouts, Victor, stay in the back. Be ready to heal us. Jade throws out a massive elephant that charges the attackers head on. One Eye shouts, Hold your fire. We're here to join forces. Those things in the mist. If they kill us all, we're right next to each other. You'll be next. Sure enough, over a dozen snarling, fanged figures close in on the cave entrance. The Rakshasas hold back, clearly wary of the fire. A smaller Rakshasa blows hard at the fire. The flames nearly go out. Seeing this, BB shouts, Formation! The comlink deploys a barrier, encasing everyone and the fire inside. She snaps at One Eye's group. Stay out! One Eye grits his teeth. We should be fighting together. We're all on the same side. BB scoffs. Family? You came here to kill the Palace Master's daughter, One Eye shouts. If we cooperate and survive this, we swear we won't touch the young lady again. BB hesitates, then opens half the barrier to let them in. The Rakshasas attack. The barrier shakes violently and shatters. BB says calmly, Get your teleportation talismans out. Prepare to exit. One Eye's group goes pale. None of them have talismans. Roars echo from the distance. The Rakshasas spin toward the sound and charge toward it. One Eye freezes, then throws a look at his people. Kill Jade. Take the talismans. BB commands. Max, tunnel us out. We're relocating. One Eye smirks. Why the rush to leave? Milo glares. Going back on your word? One Eye's grin widens. So what if I am? Max speaks up. Fane's here. One Eye sneers. In this kind of danger, he can get here? Did a donkey kick you in the head? A voice cuts through. Why wouldn't I be able to come? The mist churns. A figure steps through, slowly. Rakshasas on both sides drop to one knee. We welcome our lord. Pressure rolls off me like a tidal wave. Every Rakshasa along the path bows its head. None dare look up. I speak calmly. Wait here. As you command. I walk straight to the cave entrance and stare coldly at One Eye and his dozen men. Sage's face lights up. Fane! One Eye's group instinctively steps back, clearing a path. Milo beams. Fane, how did you get here? I walked. One Eye hisses. This kid must have something that keeps those creatures away. If we take it, we can move freely in the dark, grab their talismans too, and we'll have free reign. Inside the entire ruins. Milo frowns. These scumbags just swore they wouldn't attack, and now they're right back at it, already scheming again. One Eye scoffs. You're really just a bunch of greenhorn kids. You actually believed a word of that? I say evenly. If I heard right just now, you told my teammates you'd stop fighting after joining forces, and if you broke your oath, you'd be ripped apart and devoured by Rakshasas, something like that? Oaths mean nothing. You all die today. Get them. I smile. Are you sure? The Rakshasas that left earlier reappear at the cave mouth, tridents in hand. The arrogance drains from One Eye's face. He scrambles to raise a barrier. The 9th Division members cluster together as well. BB orders the team into formation. She looks at me. Fane, do we leave? One Eye panics. Everyone, I was joking. You guys barely have any divine marrow, right? We should unite and fight off these Rakshasas and Yakshas together. Milo tenses. Fane, what do we do? I wave them back. All of you, step behind me. Everyone's expression hardens, ready for battle. One Eye's face brightens. They're afraid of fire. Let's build the fire bigger. Together we can hold them off. I sweep my hand and store the entire fire in my storage ring. One Eye's eyes go wide. What are you doing? My smile turns cold. I draw a finger across my throat. Kill them all! One Eye roars. You little beast. We're all about to die. And you're starting a fight? BB raises her twin blades and starts forward. I catch her arm. Not you. I was talking to the Rakshasas. Dead silence. Everyone is frozen. One Eye laughs. You breathed in too much mist and started hallucinating? He lunges, and a Rakshasa leader drives a trident straight through him, pinning him to the cave wall. The Rakshasas swarm in, frenzied. They devour One Eye alive. His companions fall one after another. Some 9th Division members stare in shock. Others look sick. I raise an eyebrow. Could you eat outside? Yes, Lord. The Yakshas drag their meals toward the exit. BB's mouth hangs open. Milo takes a swig of liquor to rinse his mouth. What the hell, Fane? Why do they listen to you? Robin adds. That Rakshasa just called you Lord. How did you become their Lord? I shrug. Beats me. I was just minding my own business, walking along, and they came up and started calling me Lord. Milo is speechless. Who are you trying to fool? I put on my most innocent expression. They're afraid of light and fire, right? Maybe they sensed my radiant soul and my blazing pure heart. Milo slurs. Fane, can you stop talking so big? I flash a wicked grin. Want me to have them eat you? I gesture for a Yaksha to move closer. Milo hastily shrinks back, instantly sobering up a bit. Fane, I was wrong. Tell them not to eat me. I'm all fat. They'll get fatty liver disease and indigestion. Victor changes the subject. Fane, what about the church people? Did you take care of them? I nod and release Nox's specter from the crimson ring. Everyone freezes. The moment Sage sees Nox's specter, her eyes turn red. She channels her psychic power into a net that locks Nox in place. Nox thrashes. Don't kill me. Please. Killing your mother. I had no choice. It was the church's order. I was just following orders. Sage's gaze is ice. Someone like you doesn't deserve to live. You don't deserve to be reborn as a human. You're not even fit to come back as an animal. After Nox's soul is obliterated, Sage breaks down crying. Thank you, Fane. I ruffle her hair. Since when are you this formal with me? Sage wipes her tears. Gideon told me Dad was taken by the Eternal Night Army. Misty was taken by the church. Fane, have you heard of the Reformists? Where did you hear about the Reformists? Someone sent me an invitation. They said they're Reformists who intend to overthrow the church's power. They want me to join. Let me see it. The emblem on the invitation looks like a church badge with a sword driven through it. When did you receive this? The day before we left for midterms. Does anyone else know about this? Only you and me. Don't reply to them yet. Fane, I already accepted. I freeze. You already joined? Without even looking into who they are? Fane, we can't do this alone. We must rely on other forces as our stepping stones. The Aegis Bureau may oppose the church, but it's too tangled up internally. Only this organization, Starfire, is truly committed to bringing the church down, and I refuse to be stepped on by power ever again. Fane, the way you're talking, it sounds like you already know something about the Reformists. But did you know? Grandpa was one of the original founders of the movement to overthrow the church? Who told you that? One of them contacted me. A Starfire member told me. Technically, I'm not supposed to share any of this with you, but you're all I have left. I wipe the tears from her face. Let me look into Starfire first, then you can— She cuts me off. I've already joined Starfire. Actually, I recommended you too, but my contact said you're too high profile. The person behind the 9th Division has unclear ties to you. Besides, that person was also one of the original reformist leaders. Sooner or later you'll stand with Starfire. I frown. This Starfire that appeared out of nowhere, the details are still murky. Sage grabs my arm. It'll be fine. The person who contacted me, you know them, and they're trustworthy. That's all I can say. I blink. Someone I know? Man or woman? Sage says nothing more. I run through every person I know but can't pin it down. Sage smiles gently. It's okay, Fane. Don't worry about me. Let's both keep pushing. Sooner or later we'll give those people in power a slap they'll never forget. I ruffle her hair. But you're so weak. You'd struggle to even kick someone in the kneecap. Sage smacks me, fuming. We head back to the cave entrance and regroup with Milo and the others. Milo hands me food. Eat something, get your strength back. I eat while talking. After this, we head out. Victor asks, go where? I look at the Earth Yaksha. These guys lead us to the Divine Marrow. Nobody else dares come out at night. We leave now, no competition. After a quick meal, I beckon the Earth Yaksha. Take us to the Divine Marrow. The Earth Yaksha bows. Please follow me, Lord. On the road, I check the rankings. Milo leans in curiously to peek at my haul. His jaw drops the next second. My ring doesn't have a single piece of Divine Marrow. Under the Earth Yaksha's guidance, half an hour later, we find a cave reeking of rot. Inside the cave squats a massive toad. It opens its mouth and speaks in a booming auntie's voice. Madam Toad welcomes the great lord to our humble abode. Your presence here truly makes this cave shine. Please, Lord, come in. I raise an eyebrow. Mind if I take some of your Divine Marrow? Take as much as you like. It's an honor for the Lord to use my supply. I wave the others in to help themselves. Store it in your personal storage rings first. Transfer to the scoring rings at dawn, Milo whispers. Fane, how much do we take? Won't the Toad Lady get mad if we take too much? The Toad chuckles. Take it all. I don't mind even if you clear me out. But Lord, could you grant me one small favor? What favor? Years ago I accidentally angered a crazy hex master. He cursed me. If I ever want to break through to level 10, a man has to come to me willingly and kiss me of his own free will. She eyes the group. And look, you've got several men right here. Robin instantly switches to Renee's personality. Milo stares at Robin in disbelief. Is that really what you use that ability for? That's literally cheating. So now it's just us three, Fane. Victor grins. Listen, Fatso. Fane brought us here. You can't ask him to do this. Max scratches his head. I have chapped lips and mouth ulcers. Since when? Just now. Milo opens his mouth to curse. The Toad points at Milo. Lord, I want to kiss that one, may I? Victor howls with laughter. Fatso, today you became a fat swan. Milo grits his teeth. Fine. I step in. Tell you what, I'll start it off. 500 Divine Marrow from my share goes to you, Max says. 500 from me too. Everyone else raises a hand. 500 each from us. Victor grins. Kiss her twice, and I'll throw in another 500. Milo rolls up his sleeves. You'd better mean that. Victor thumps her chest. I always keep my word. Milo takes several long swigs of liquor and walks toward the giant toad. You're so tall, how am I supposed to kiss? The toad lowers her head. Are you willing? If you're not willing, the curse can't be broken. Milo steels himself. Willing. Let's do this. The toad lets out a booming laugh. Give Big Sis a smooch. Her front legs wrap around Milo and she plants one on him. After the kiss, a faint golden glow spreads across the toad's body. The curse breaks. The toad plants a bonus kiss. Milo looks at me, face flushed. Fane, I feel terrible. Is my life over? I pat his shoulder. Don't worry. What happened today? No one will ever speak of it. Fane, I don't think you understand. I'm not upset because I kissed a toad. What's messing me up is that I actually kind of enjoyed it. Victor loses it. Then your life really is over. I try to console him. Look at it this way. Plenty of people are into foxes, rabbits, cats, the whole furry thing. But a toad lover? I won't say you're number one in the Dragon Nation, but in the Red Lotus District, you're definitely the pioneer. Milo looks like he's about to cry. Fane, you're really great at comforting people. Afterward, everyone loads up on Divine Marrow in silence. Victor generously gives Milo extra. As they leave, the toad throws Milo a flirtatious wink. Come visit Big Sis anytime you miss me. Once I take human form someday, I'll charm the life out of you. Milo forces a smile. Sure thing, sis. I tell the others to wait outside and go back to the toad. You mentioned earlier that years ago, a hexmaster cursed you. That's right, Lord. That hexmaster. The guy was absolutely unhinged. He cursed everything he saw inside the ruins. Even stray dogs got slapped around. He could curse freely in here. That's the freakiest part. For some reason, the rules of this place didn't apply to him at all. I was just sitting by a pond drinking nectar, humming a little tune. Then that hexmaster walked by and said I was too loud, yelled at me a couple of times. Well, could I take that? I cursed right back at him. So he walked up and slapped me across the face. Twice. I was still young back then. Do you have any idea how much damage those two slaps did to my fragile young soul? This hexmaster, did he have a divine beast with him? He actually did. That beast was ridiculously strong, magnificent looking, seemed young at the time, not fully grown, but was already terrifyingly powerful. Wind, fire, lightning, earth, all four talents, sparks and lightning everywhere, absolutely insane. Where did they end up? Lord, if I tell you, please don't say it came from me. You have my word. In that direction, there's a place called the Moonwater Realm. That crazy hex master took his divine beast there in the end. I point at the map. This forbidden zone? That's the one. I smile. Thanks, the toad says quickly. It's an honor to help the Lord, I think to myself. So the hex master who slapped this toad around was the same person from the journal. The Keelan must be inside the Moonwater Realm. Under the Earth Yakshas's and Rakshasa's guidance, we hit several more Divine Marrow locations. By the end, each person has collected over 10,000 pieces. I've got something else to take care of, I say. Bibi, you lead. Lay low if you can. At night, let the Yakshas and Rakshasas guide you to more marrow. Bibi nods. Got it, Fane. I turn to the Yaksha and Rakshasa leaders. You two have any objections? The Yaksha hurries to answer. None at all. It's our honor to serve the Lord. The Rakshasa adds. Same here. The Yaksha continues. If the Lord should ever need anything, I will go through fire and water, without hesitation. The Rakshasa repeats. Same here. The Yaksha bows deeper. If the Lord would not refuse us, we pledge ourselves to your service these 7 days. The Rakshasa nods. Same here. Dawn is approaching. I ask if they need to return to their original forbidden zone. The Rakshasa says, no need, we'll find a nearby zone to wait out the daylight. I tell Bibi to keep everyone hidden during the day. Continue hunting marrow at night. I need to visit Maha Temple. Cut to me crossing a body of water by boat. Maha Temple sits on a secluded island. The moment I step ashore, the gravity doubles. Still within my limits, I look up at the towering golden Buddha. It feels like those eyes can see right through a person's soul. Maha Temple is just as unsettling as the Thunderclap Buddha Temple, but this Buddha is different from the one I saw yesterday. If I'm right, the Thunderclap Temple represents the past, Maha Temple represents the present, and Spirit Light Mountain, the one I haven't visited, is the future. I search inside and out. No time reversal mirror. Inside the mural, Mayo is blinking furiously, begging for help. I circle behind the Buddha statue toward the back courtyard entrance. In the courtyard, Mayo's physical body sits completely still, frozen as if locked in place. I pick up a brick and toss it in to test. The brick freezes midair. A chunk of concrete, same result, frozen. What in the world is going on? A piece of divine marrow, frozen too. I walk back to the main hall. The monk can wait. Situ said he's in no danger. Better ask Situ about the time reversal mirror first. I open the crimson ring and summon Situ. Forgot to ask, what does the time reversal mirror look like, and where's it most likely to be? It's a bronze mirror, most likely on the Buddha's chest or in its hands. If not there, check the eyes. Following Situ's directions, I climb the Buddha and search. Not on the chest, not in the hands, not in the eyes. It must be at Spirit Light Mountain. I head there immediately. Through the mist I step into the temple, same layout as the others, only the Buddha statue is different. Looking up, an ancient bronze mirror sits on the chest of the central Buddha. My reflection stares back from within. The next second, the image warps into a vortex. When it settles, the version of me inside is cold-eyed, standing over a corpse with a blood-soaked coiling dragon spear. The body is Vance, Hayes' uncle. Why him? Why is the time reversal mirror showing me this? I close my eyes and open the crimson ring. As expected, golden radiance floods the entire temple. What exactly does the time reversal mirror do? Situ smiles. The time reversal mirror is one of Buddhism's greatest treasures. It has two functions. First, it can rewind the user to a point in the recent past, fully restoring them to peak condition. Second, it can reveal a person's future. But to see the future, you must believe in the future Buddha. I look at the mirror on the future Buddha's chest. No wonder it showed me the future. The image in the mirror warps again. In the vision, I ride a divine beast. Behind me stands an army, banners emblazoned with 7 Slaughter Sect. The image shifts. Misty stands across from me, wearing a church uniform. Another shift. My hand grips a blood-stained Teru Teru Bozu doll. The images cycle faster and faster, almost too quick to register. Then everything freezes. I stand atop a mountain of corpses. Behind me, a figure in a church uniform drives a blade through my heart. A chill shoots through my entire body. I leap onto the altar and press my face to the mirror on the Buddha's chest, studying the figure that stabbed me. Based on the build, a woman from the church, combined with the earlier visions. Could it really be Cleo? The church has plenty of reasons to want me dead, but Cleo has fed me intel again and again. How could it possibly come to this? The mirror's image turns blood red, drowning out everything. Then the mirror drops from the Buddha's chest. I catch it. The next second, a massive tremor rocks the entire temple. The murals on the walls surge to life. Painted figures begin to move. Golden radiance and mural light intertwine, pressing down on the dark forces within. Orbs of light appear above the meditation cushions below. Within each orb, a monk sits with palms pressed together, chanting in unison. Under the golden glow, shimmering dust transforms into floating Sanskrit that pins every stirring demon inside the murals back into place. The Sanskrit passes through my body. For a brief moment, compassion rises in my chest. The feeling is instantly shattered by the killing intent surging from within. I snap back to clarity. Situ's voice reaches me. My lord, do not be fooled by Buddhism's filthy brainwashing tricks. Get me out. I reach into the crimson ring and begin pulling Situ free. 2 cackling voices ring out from the pair of black-skinned imps in the mural. They swell in size inside the painting, then leap out of the mural entirely, only to be yanked back by the golden light the instant they emerge. Half their bodies are stuck inside, arms flailing outward. I pour everything into one pull and wrench Situ free from the crimson ring. The moment he touches the ground, he throws his head back and roars with laughter. Golden Sanskrit runes rush at him, but the billowing demonic aura around him blocks every single one. Situ reaches up and tears both imps straight out of the mural. My lord, claim them. These 2 little imps are treasure imps. They can locate artifacts within a set range and manipulate enemy artifacts during combat. I form the crimson ring and absorb both imps in an instant. Then I look at the mural. This thing is valuable, isn't it? Situ says. It's one of Buddhism's greatest treasures, the floating world mural. but at your current level, you simply cannot take it. With the time reversal mirror removed from the formation core, the world inside the mural has already descended into chaos. Leaving now would be wise. Stay any longer and things will go badly. I pull Situ back into the Crimson Ring and flash toward the exit without a word. Outside the temple, a half-dome golden barrier is rapidly forming. I chain flash after flash at top speed, pushing myself to the limit to burst through the exit. Situ appears beside me, watching my legs tremble uncontrollably. My lord, your current strength is still far too weak. This humble monk's power draws from yours. I gasp for air. You said your talent is weakening. By that logic, I can let you output level 7. Add your weakening talent on top, and you could effectively fight evenly against a level 8. Situ bursts out laughing. This humble monk has forgotten how many years it's been since I last fought a crowd of level 8 ants. To me, the phrase fight evenly is nothing short of an insult. I wave him off. Alright, no matter how glorious the past, it's still the past. Now you're with me. You fight on the front line. I rebuild your legacy. We'll grow bigger and stronger, and create glory together. Situ laughs. Grow bigger and stronger, create glory together. I grab a piece of divine marrow, crush it, and absorb the energy. Stamina restored instantly. My eyes settle on the time reversal mirror once more. The past 15 minutes. Every single step I took can be rewound. This thing is absolutely broken. The only problem is the insane psychic power cost. One use nearly drains an entire divine spring. Good thing I have 7. I check the map. Time to head for the Moonwater Realm and find the Keylin. I move at full speed toward the destination. What greets me is a vast body of water, carved above the stone gate, Moonwater Realm. I look around. How do I get in? Situ says slowly. Moonwater Realm means exactly what it says. Look into the water. The entrance is beneath the surface. I stare at the stone gate's reflection in the water. After a moment's thought, I step in and descend into the depths. An identical stone gate stands before me underwater. Beyond the gate, a forest. 2 steps in, and the smell of roasting meat hits me. A campfire burns in the near distance. Beside it sits a crimson 9-tailed fox, roasting a chicken. Man and fox lock eyes. A brief silence. Then the fox speaks. What the hell are you staring at? I whip out the coiling dragon spear. The fox panics. Whoa, outsider, don't be hasty. Do you even know who I am? I am the commander of the 9 gates of Moonwater Realm. You should have asked around before picking a fight. As it talks, it sprays a cloud of yellow stink gas. The stench is overwhelming. Then it bolts, cackling as it runs. Stupid outsider, know who I am, and you dare get in my face. One flash and I'm standing right in front of it. It spins and runs. I was wrong, stop chasing me, I didn't mean it. Mountain Lord, save me. I was just being too loud. I'm not the commander of anything. I'm just a shy, introverted, kind-hearted little fox. Just let me off the hook. 2 consecutive flashes. I hurl the coiling dragon spear to pin it down and ask some questions. A sudden gust erupts. A towering white tiger catches the spear. Seeing backup arrive, the fox turns smug. Go ahead, keep chasing, I'm right here. The fox borrowing the tiger's might, literally. The white tiger's voice booms. Outsider, this is not a place for you. Leave now, and I'll overlook the trespass. Goldie pipes up. You're just letting him go, Tiger? Isn't that too easy? Tiger replies. The chief's orders, outsiders who wander in, get 1 chance to leave. Goldie jabs a paw at me. Hey, Tiger is talking to you. Can't even say thank you? Did you lose your tongue? Or did you leave your vocal cords at home? I speak low. Let me ask you 2 something. Many years ago, a hexmaster brought a Keylin into this place. Where did that Keylin end up? Goldie and Tiger exchange a look. Tiger, something's off. This kid is here for the old chief. Say nothing. Take him out. Outsiders are capped at level 5 in here. The 2 of us together, easy win. We'll beat him till his own mother won't recognize him. Tiger raises his massive hammer to strike. I open the crimson ring. Situ steps out and gives Tiger a single cold glance. Tiger stumbles backward. Goldie yelps. Holy Tiger, isn't that the terrifying being the Buddha had sealed away? How is he out? I raise an eyebrow. C2, in these ruins, is basically a cheat code. C2 asks. What is Talon to you? Tiger hesitates. My grandfather. This humble monk once guided him in his youth. My grandfather spoke of your guidance with gratitude until his dying day. Goldie immediately switches tone. Lord Situ, I've long heard tales of your legendary power. Congratulations on your freedom. Goldie kowtows before you. I roll my eyes. This fox is something else. Blocking your attendant earlier. I was blind. If I had known he was yours, I wouldn't have dared to stop him. He is not my attendant, Situ corrects. This humble monk serves him. He is not my follower. I am his. I flash a perfectly timed smirk. Tiger bows immediately. Tiger greets the Lord. Goldie drops to the ground. Goldie greets the Lord. The old chief you mentioned. Is that the Keylin who came here all those years ago? Tiger replies. My lord, the affairs of the Moonwater Realm are not mine to share. You should speak with the current chief. Lead the way. This way, lord. Look at you, two-faced as ever. Goldie snickers. I failed to recognize greatness right in front of me. A god in the flesh right in front of me, and I didn't even see it. You're clearly the bigger man. Just let me off the hook. At the tribe's entrance, an old goat speaks. Tiger, you know the rules of the Moonwater Realm. Things have changed, elder goat. The terrifying being the Buddha sealed. He's free, and he now serves this young man. The old goat bows to Situ. We respectfully welcome your arrival. Elder goat, the lord wishes to ask about the old chief. He'd like to meet our current chief. Very well, this way please. Along the tribe's main road, awakened beasts on both sides stare as we pass. Turtle approaches with a line of mice and bows. Lord, the chief awaits you. Turtle leads me to a large tent at the very center of the tribe. Turtle announces. Chief, the Lord has arrived. A chubby, adorable little hamster bows. Welcome, Lord. The hamster and I sit down. He gets straight to the point. You've come here to ask about the old chief, haven't you? Yes. Where's the old chief now? He dismisses everyone except Turtle. Lord, the old chief did say before his passing that someday people would come one after another, searching for him. Before his passing, the old chief is gone? Yes, the old chief passed away several years ago. His death is the tribe's highest secret. Only Turtle and I know. To everyone else I say the old chief is still in seclusion. Wasn't the old chief a divine beast? How could he die? You must understand. The old chief was powerful, but he wasn't a naturally born divine beast. Therefore, he didn't have the long lifespan of a true divine beast. He's been gone this long. Nobody in the tribe noticed? They haven't. His remains still sit where he passed. I visit occasionally and circulate his residual energy to maintain the illusion of seclusion. Besides saying someone would come, did the old chief leave any other words? The old chief is gone, but he left behind one thing. If the one who comes can make it resonate, then that person is worthy. What thing? The hamster takes an elegant sip of tea. The reason I invited you here is because it stirred just now. Please follow me. The hamster taps his tiny cane on the table. Instantly, we're standing inside a cave. Your talent is spatial? Not spatial. My talent is swap. I can swap positions in space, swap my strength with another's, even swap injuries. If I'm wounded and you're not, I can make you bear it for me. The other applications I'll spare you. I'm stunned. This little guy is absurd. The hamster hops onto the armrest of a throne and bows. Old chief! Only then do I see the figure on the throne. A massive body covered in scales, radiating the aura of a supreme being. Says, my lord, let me take a look. He studies the Keelin's body intently. This form is indeed the legendary Keelin. Had he still been alive, reaching level 14 would have been effortless. The thing the old chief left behind? What exactly is it? The hamster says. Place your hand on the old chief's forehead first. If his residual power doesn't repel you, I'll take you to see it. As my palm approaches, I feel the barrier around the Keelin. Then the barrier dissolves. My hand makes contact. The hamster mutters under his breath. It's you, the one the old chief spoke of. Arbiter Zero. The old chief said. There exists a person who is naturally compatible with him. Someone who wouldn't be repelled by his residual power. That person is Arbiter Zero. Follow me, Lord. The hamster taps his cane. A passage opens in the wall. Beyond it is a chamber. At its center sits a stone platform. On it rests an egg, 2 feet tall. This is what the old chief left behind. You came hoping to form a pact with the old chief. Why not try bonding with this egg instead? Is this the old chief's egg? The old chief wasn't clear about it at the time. After years of thinking it through, I reached this conclusion. This egg contains the old chief's offspring. The old chief's offspring? Don't tell me the Keelin was hermaphroditic. This egg was left behind by the old chief and another divine beast together. It was not his alone. As for who the other divine beast was, the old chief never said, and I never asked. Wow, so it's like a secret love child egg. Would you like to try connecting with the divine egg? When you entered the tribe, I heard a heartbeat from inside. I press my hand against the egg and channel my beast-taming talent. A crack splits across the shell. The hamster gasps. It actually responded. The creature inside must have stirred. Situ notes. This shell is made of top-tier material, incredibly durable, even blocks perception scanning. I can faintly sense the little creature inside, still not fully awake. It's hungry. It wants divine marrow. I pull out divine marrow. The egg glows red and devours every last drop of energy. I can tell it's still not full. I take out all my remaining divine marrow and pile it around the egg. Every bit of energy is consumed. Over 14,000 pieces to fill only a third. I do the math. 40,000 a day. Over 1 million a month. What kind of appetite is this? The hamster asks. Lord, are you alright? Did you connect with the divine egg? I did. What did it say? It needs a massive amount of energy to hatch. Those pieces of marrow only covered a third. I see. Don't worry, Lord. Leave the divine marrow to us. I'll send the tribe out to gather more. Let me collect half a year's worth to start. Approximately 14,400,000 pieces. Come back in 6 months, and I'll have the other half ready. How does that sound? The egg is mine. The marrow is mine. What do you want in return? We want only one thing. Freedom. Every villager in the tribe is bound by a god-demon curse, trapped inside these ruins for life. My only hope is that one day, you will lead us out of here. You want me to break the god-demon curse? Yes, you are both the destroyer of rules and the creator of rules. When you reach the summit, the rules will be yours to command. Shall we continue this conversation elsewhere? I store the egg. Sure. The next second, we're back in the main tent. The hamster calls Turtle over. Send the order. Have the villagers gather divine marrow from outside. 7,200,000, as fast as possible. Understood. I'll see to it immediately. The hamster turns to me. Lord, 7,200,000 is no small number. It may take a day or two. That's fine. But shouldn't we sign some kind of agreement? No need. You are the one the Keelin's offspring chose. I trust your character. That evening, Turtle enters the tent. Lord, the divine marrow has arrived. Please accept the storage ring. I check inside. Over 7 million pieces. I immediately pile 50,000 around the egg. The energy is visibly being drained into the egg. 50,000 divine marrow, and only 5,000 remain. 45,000 a day. I look at the stunned hamster. The earlier estimate might have been a bit off. Lord, I'll figure something out. Whenever you come back, it'll be ready for you. The next day the hamster delivers nearly another million, over 8 million total. As the sky darkens, I step out of the Moonwater realm. Using Situ's influence, I send scouts to track down BB. The team is resting. When they see me, everyone stands. I wave them down. Sit. Milo hands me a heated can of food. Then he spots my scoring ring and yelps. What the? Fane. Your score is 0? BB asks. Fane, did you run into trouble? How did it get wiped? Yeah, hit a snag, but it's handled, Milo says. Fane, we're well past the halfway point. First place on the Dragon. Tiger has over 80,000. And you're sitting at 0. All of our scores are way above normal because you've been backing us. I say we wait until the rankings finalize, and pool enough to push you into the top 10. 10th place should be around 70 or 80,000. I stop them before they start moving. No need, I've still got some marrow left, just forgot to transfer it over. Cracking the top 10 won't be a problem, Milo asks. How much do you have? A few tens of thousands. Milo frowns. You'll need at least 60,000 over the next few days to hold down the current 10th place, Robin says. 60,000 might not be safe. People will definitely hide their scores and push at the last second, so 60,000 isn't enough. 70,000 minimum, that's the safe bet. I quietly slip 30,000 divine marrow into my scoring ring. My Dragon Tiger ranking instantly jumps to 52. After a brief rest, the team heads out to hunt more marrow while I slack off in the back. On the other side, inside a cave in the ruins, Ford stares at his scoring ring and addresses his dozen teammates. Everyone, give me everything you've got. The goal is simple. I'm breaking into the top 10. A teammate says, don't worry, Ford. With the 10,000 plus marrow you're already holding, your total hits over 80,000. Top 10, easy. Meanwhile, I'm watching the same rankings. The competition is tight. Fine, I'll play it slow, Milo asks curiously. Fane, are you deliberately keeping your rank low? I say, don't spike it all at once. That attracts attention. Climb a little, then pause. Keep the rise looking natural. I load another 20,000 plus marrow into the scoring ring. Ranking jumps from 42 to 19. Milo grins. Fane, you're way too sneaky. At last, the final day of the Dragon Tiger ranking arrives. The rankings hang in the sky for all to see. The top 30 are in constant flux. A palace artifact hovers in the sky above. Several figures sit inside, Gideon among them. An old man watches the rankings and laughs. They're finally going at it. Back in our day, we fought tooth and nail over this same glory. Now sitting here watching the youngsters fight for scraps. What a treat. A beautiful woman scoffs. How pathetic can you be? The old man fires back. Oh, you are so noble, so impressive. White hair, that Fane kid from your 9th division, he's a genius, right? I've been watching. His highest was 8th. Just dropped back to 12th. Lady Long cuts in. Why are you obsessed with a 9th division kid? The old man chuckles. Lady Long, haven't you been trying to make him your boy toy? He turns you down and you still rush to protect him. Lady Long fires back. Jealous? Gideon glances at the old man. His teacup tilts. Hot tea spills. The next second, scalding tea splashes right into the old man's lap. Gideon smiles faintly. That kid's a strength-type talent. Strength-type, you know how it is. On the other side, Ford curses. Damn it, I dropped to 10th. How much marrow do we have left? A teammate replies. Over 40,000, keep pushing? Not yet. We're not the only ones pooling resources. That 9th division kid keeps hovering around 10th. He's probably got people feeding him points too. Let's see if he makes a move first. But 10th place must be held. Meanwhile, Sage pulls me aside. Fane, this ring has 10,000 divine marrow inside. I don't want to stand out. These points are useless to me. I shake my head. Keep them. Sage looks at me firmly. Take them, Fane. Warmth rises in my chest. I flick her forehead. Oops, I dropped my ring. Sage, pick that up for me? Fane is always so steady. There's no way he'd just drop a ring. He did it on purpose. Fane, where did all this marrow come from? A hamster shoved it into my hands. Ford, meanwhile, is still stuck at 11th. He snarls. Less than half an hour left. How much marrow do we still have? 6,000. It's down to the wire. Fane's side has to be running on fumes. Everyone, scrape together whatever marrow you've got left. As long as I hold the top 10, each of you gets a 5th tier artifact. Meanwhile, I casually load 12,000 marrow into my scoring ring, saving 13,000 for the final 3 seconds. Ford laughs. What did I tell you? That punk's running on fumes. A bit more than I expected, so what? I've still got 18,000. 10th place is mine. Nice try, everyone. The 5th tier artifacts I promised. You'll each get one when we're out. The final tally approaches. The ruins twist and eject everyone. In the last 3 seconds, I dump 13,000. Moments after exiting, an agonized scream echoes in the distance. No! Someone appears to have fainted. What happened to that guy? He pushed the rankings in the final 30 seconds, had 10th locked down, was bragging about it the second he got out, then got overtaken in the last 3 seconds, checked the ranking and fainted on the spot. A figure rushes over. It's an old man. Ford's companion stands. Elder Ren. What happened? Ford had already climbed to 10th. Then Fane overtook him in the last 3 seconds. He checked the board and just passed out. Ford slowly comes to. That bastard actually pushed me out. 10th was mine. Elder Ren scoffs. Pathetic. Can't even handle this much pressure. Ford gets up. Elder Ren, I was so close, it's Fane's fault. Sneaking in a push at the last 3 seconds? That's dirty. That's because you're an idiot. Just because he cheats doesn't mean you have to be a pig about it. I chime in. Elder Ren, isn't that a bit harsh? Elder Ren turns to me. What I say to him is none of your business. What you say to him, you're right, that's not my business. But calling him a pig is a bit much. Pigs aren't that stupid. Elder Ren chokes. He shoots Ford a look. Ford takes the hint. I've been dying to vent on someone, and you just volunteered. Take the heat for Fane. He shifts into werewolf form. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's talk this out. Shut it. The crowd quickly backs away. Isn't Ford the holy son of the Beast God Alliance mid-level 5, and this guy still ran his mouth? He's asking for it. I raise both hands. Easy now, let's talk. But the enraged Ford is already airborne, fists crashing down. I vanish and reappear right in front of him. One punch. Ford crashes to the ground on his knees, blood streaming from his eyes, nose, and mouth. Ready to have a civilized conversation now? Elder Ren stares at me. What's your name, kid? I'm Fane. Elder Ren pauses. Which Fane? I point up at the Dragon Tiger ranking floating overhead. The one who made your pathetically weak holy son faint from rage. 10th on the Dragon Tiger ranking. That Fane. The crowd buzzes. This guy's got guts. Knocked the guy off the ranking, and then dropped him in one punch to his face. Ford hears this, spits up blood and faints again. Ah, youth. What a gift. Can fall asleep anywhere, Elder Ren says coldly. You just assaulted the Beast God Alliance's holy son. Don't you think you owe us an explanation? I think about it, rummage through my pockets for a while, then pull my hand out, thumb and index finger forming a little heart. How's this, Elder Ren? Elder Ren laughs from pure rage. He reaches for my shoulder, planning to drag me to the Aegis Bureau for answers, but his body snaps back to where it started. The next second, Gideon stands in midair, hands in his pockets. Apologize, I say. I'm sorry. The moment I finish, Gideon smacks the back of my head. What are you apologizing for? Under Gideon's gaze, Elder Ren bows. I apologize. Gideon tilts his head. One more. You already owed him one apology. Just now Fane gave you another one on top of that. By my count, you owe him two. Elder Ren erupts. White hair, don't push your damn luck. You think I'm scared of you? You really think you're untouchable? The next second, Gideon pulls us into a freshly carved pocket of space. Elder Ren forces a smile. Young brother, there were too many people out there. I sincerely apologize, Gideon says lazily. That's it? My vision blurs. When it clears, I'm back at the 9th Division camp. A beautiful woman stands beside Gideon, smiling at me. So you're Fane? Yes. Gideon introduces her. This is Lady Long of the Five Elements Palace. Good to meet you, Lady Long. Lady Long is too formal, just call me sis. Alright, sis. By now the rankings are finalized. The 9th Division holds 3 of the top 10. Fawn announces. BB, 5th. Jace, 8th. Fane, 10th. Everyone head back to the academy. Those who placed in the top 100 will receive rewards. There's a short break coming up. You can stay on campus or go home. I sit with Gideon. I have a classmate named Cleo. Her father wants to have dinner with me. Is it dangerous if I go? It's fine, go meet him. He's a major figure in the church. Meeting him early can only help. And just hypothetically, what if he tries to kill me? Nice funeral. My face goes dark. Gideon shifts topics. You're visiting BB's grandfather, right? Yeah. You've seen what he's capable of. When you're there, lay on the charm. If that old man decides to protect you, unless the Pope himself shows up, nobody can touch you. Can't you also look out for me? Those spatial orbs that summon you. Give me a few more? You're really addicted to freeloading off me, aren't you? But it's not impossible. You have to promise me one thing. What? If your grandfather comes looking for you, mention something for me. Tell him Gideon wants to meet. And if he asks what it's about, just say Palace Jade Wine. What does that mean? He chuckles. Don't stick your nose into grown-up business, your grandfather will understand. And the spatial orbs? A spatial orb materializes in front of me. Thanks. Don't forget what I told you. Won't forget. Back in the dorm, I look up what Palace Jade Wine means. It turns out the phrase is a comedy sketch line from centuries ago. That became an internet code phrase used to identify allies. Interesting. That white-haired rascal using an ancient meme as a code phrase. Could he be trying to verify my grandfather's identity? Old Master Yi of the 9th Division and Grandpa were both reformists. Could Gideon be trying to contact Grandpa to finish what the reformists started? Cut to the awards ceremony. The host announces, this term's top 3 are BB, Jace, and Fane. The audience whispers. Fane's slipping, huh? Dropped from 1st to 3rd since the entrance assessment. Then again, BB is rock solid. BB glances at the murmuring crowd and frowns. The chatter continues. First place gets a 10th tier defensive artifact. 2nd and 3rd aren't bad either, just 1 tier lower. BB speaks up. Dean Zhu, can the first place prize go to Fane instead? Dean Zhu says, but you're first place. This reward is yours. Without Fane, I wouldn't be first. BB, regardless, you earned first place. Besides, take this home, and your grandfather will be happy, right? If my grandfather finds out the results aren't real, he'll definitely be upset. Want me to have my grandfather explain this to you? Dean Zhu raises his hand immediately. No need. Truly a child raised by old Master Li. I hope everyone learns from BB's example. BB swaps her prize with mine. I can place 5th on the Dragon Tiger ranking, because that's the best I can do on my own. Fane placed 10th, because Fane wanted to place 10th. Dean Zhu smooths things over. BB is a very direct person. That's a fine virtue in itself, BB asks. Really? Then why does my dad always say I'm a little slow? Anna takes the microphone. BB is not only outstanding, but also honest and charming. Dean Zhu, time for the photo. Dean Zhu nods. BB has quite the sense of humor. Everyone, let's take a group photo. BB whispers to me. Fane, let's head out together. To my place. Sure. What kind of gift is your grandfather like? Iron will and an unyielding soul. BB, anything a bit more specific? My grandpa loves good wine. Back in the dorm, I pick up 2 bottles of fine wine and some gifts. Why does this feel like a son-in-law meeting his father-in-law? I walk into BB's room. Let's go, BB. Boarding time's almost up. At the airport. A message from Cleo. You're on break. Yep. When are you coming back to Azure City? Day after tomorrow. Probably won't get in until evening. Let's do dinner the day after that. What do you want to eat? My mom says she'll cook personally. That's too kind. I'd love roast duck, braised ribs, and braised pork and duck. I'll have my mom make all your favorites then. Sounds great. What kind of gifts do your parents like? I'll get them something. Already taken care of. Just bring them when you come over. Cleo, you're seriously the best. Think about how you're going to make it up to me when you return. Of course. The plane lands. A burly man greets us. BB introduces him. This is my friend Fane, and this is Flint, my grandfather's driver. Nice to meet you, Flint. Flint gives a quiet smile. BB explains. Fane, Flint can't speak. The car speeds ahead. The air ripples and a hidden road materializes ahead. BB says, my grandpa lives in the mountains. We're heading straight there. The car stops. Fane will have to walk the rest. Without my grandpa's permission, no one else is allowed in. After we get out, Flint lights a cigarette. I notice, Flint's tongue is only half there. A middle-aged man walks up and gives BB a hug. BB introduces me. This is my good friend Fane. Fane, this is my dad. Nice to meet you, sir. Perry Lee grins immediately. So you're Fane, a promising young man. You're too kind, sir, Perry says. Don't head back tonight. Let BB take you around the city. Come stay at my place. Thank you, sir. Perry turns to BB. Sweetheart, is Daddy usually good to you? Yes. Then do me a favor, tell Grandpa. An important guest has come to visit, just a quick meeting. BB looks up at him. What was your first question? Perry repeats. Is Daddy usually good to you? BB answers. No. Perry's phone buzzes. After reading the message, he grits his teeth and shouts toward the compound. Dad! Master Puhui from the Hanging Temple is here to visit. The next second, he's knocked flat by an invisible force. A furious voice booms. Get lost, you useless brat! Perry scrambles to his feet, dives into the car, and peels off. I turn around. An old man is standing at the bridge. No idea when he appeared. BB breaks into a smile. Grandpa? I bow. My respects, Old Master Lee. Old Master Lee pats my shoulder. Good kid, come on in. Flint, head back. Tell that useless son of mine to make that old bald monk wait 3 days. Then I'll see him. Keep an eye on that old bald monk while I'm busy. I think to myself. The Hanging Temple? Isn't that Mayo's temple? Old Master Lee says as we walk. I cooked. Don't be shy, BB says. Fane, my grandpa's cooking is amazing. She rushes to the kitchen and brings out the dishes. Old Master Lee takes a seat. You really went all out, kid. This wine wasn't cheap. You helped me out before. BB told me you like good wine. I don't know much about wines, so I just bought the most expensive ones. Thoughtful of you. Your grandfather is sovereign, isn't he? Don't be nervous. Your grandfather and I go way back. I was part of the reformist movement too. How does everything keep connecting back to the reformists? Old Master Lee continues. The person behind the 9th Division was one of the reformist leaders. Your grandfather was one of its founders. From the moment you were born, you were already caught in the storm. Which group were you part of? Ever heard of Peace Guard? Peace Guard? Can't say I have. Let me look it up. You won't find anything. Peace Guard vanished from the records a long time ago. Could you tell me what exactly happened during the war against the church? Back then, the church contributed the least to the war against the Eternal Night Army, but claimed all the credit for themselves. Their power grew too great. They suppressed everyone beneath them. Nobody could stomach it anymore. The 18 forces united and waged war on the church, beat them senseless. If it was that fierce, why did you still lose? Because your grandfather switched sides mid-battle. My eyes go wide. But I've known your grandfather for decades. Pulling that at the most critical moment, there must have been a reason. I trust the man. What was the real reason? That you'll have to ask your grandfather. If it weren't for what he did, the church wouldn't still be ruling unchecked. I invited you here for 2 reasons. First, to see Sovereign's grandson with my own eyes. Second, to ask where your grandfather is. You can tell me or not. No pressure. I honestly don't know. He just disappeared one day. Old Master Lee frowns. Suddenly disappeared? That's strange. Where could he have gone? Did the church come looking for him before he vanished? No. No as in they didn't, or no as in you didn't see them? Based on everything I remember, and everything I know about the church, if they'd come from my grandfather, I'd definitely remember. Old Master Lee laughs. Enough of that. Let's eat. BB chimes in. The rice is a little hard, Grandpa. What do you mean hard? It's perfect. Old Master Lee, what happened to Peace Guard Commander? The old commander went missing after the internal purge. The church infiltrated and corrupted what was left. Peace Guard was rotting from the inside. A few of us old brothers talked it over and disbanded the corps. But a handful of holdouts eventually became the church's light guard. Your 9th Division. If you ever run into them, don't hold back. Anything goes wrong, drop my name. If they still dare raise a hand, you tell me, I'll deal with them personally. I grin. Old Master Lee, I'm holding you to that. Next time I run into them, I won't be gentle. Old Master Lee laughs. I never go back on my word. Old Master Lee decides the cup is too small and switches to a bowl. I rush to pour. Have you ever thought about rallying your forces and rebuilding the glory? How could I not? I spent decades on the battlefield, never took that kind of humiliation lying down. Before I die, I have one wish. To see the church torn apart with my own eyes, to plant Peace Guard banner on top of the Pope's holy temple, where they'll see it every time they look up. If the day ever comes, when the 18 forces gather once more, I will rise again and storm the holy temple once more. And if I don't live to see the church fall, it falls on your generation to finish it. When that day comes, remember me. Make sure I hear how it all turns out, BB says quickly. Grandpa, don't talk like that. Don't worry, Old Master Lee. That day won't be far. Old Master Lee pauses. Then he throws his head back and laughs. Kid, if that day really comes, would you dare lead the charge into the church? What's there to be afraid of? Good. That one sentence is enough. The moment you sound the horn, I'll rally every last old brother from Peace Guard and charge at the front. I raise my bowl in a toast. Old Master Lee and I drink deep. He stands. Let me grab some more wine. Try this one, kid. Homemade brew. Barely any kick to it. A few bowls later, my face is flushed. This wine hits a little harder than expected. A little dizzy as normal. Step outside, get some air. How did you end up under the table, kid? The next morning, I wake up. Today I still need to go back for Aunt Iris's burial. Can't delay any longer. Old Master Lee, I need to head back. My aunt still needs to be laid to rest. He hands me a ring. Take this. If you ever run into Peace Guard people, they'll look after you. Thank you, Old Master Lee. An hour later, at the airport. I was hoping to visit your dad too, BB says. Next time works just the same. I message Sage. Heading back to Azure City now. What about you? Sage replies. On my way back too. See you in Azure City tonight. The plane lands. I take a car home and find Grandpa sitting on the sofa. Grandpa, I rush over. Where have you been all this time? Did you bring your aunt's remains? I did. A massive block of ice materializes. Aunt Iris's body is sealed inside. The moment Sovereign sees his daughter's body, his eyes go red. Where's Sage? Her flight doesn't land for another hour. When Sage gets back, we'll bury your aunt. I already contacted the funeral home on my way back. Grandpa, where exactly have you been? He points at his mouth, signaling that the rules are preventing him from speaking. You've been improving fast, Fane. I heard that inside the Divine Demon ruins. You took out an entire church squad. Yeah, Grandpa, He cuts me off. Fane, the truth is, I'm only a clone. You just saw it yourself. The rules bind me. I can't tell you where my true body is. I can't even write it down. That stops me cold. He explains. My talents are piercing and blood demon. Both triple S rank. This clone was condensed through the blood demon talent. Your slaughter talent can create clones too. For the specifics, ask your reflection in the mirror. How do you know these details about the slaughter talent? Because another slaughter talent appeared before you. In the voice message you sent me before, I could hear you running. Were you running from something? Sovereign points at his mouth again. The rules won't let him answer. Then sending me to Divine Demon Ruins number 9. Was that to find the Keelin? Yes and no. Based on my calculations, the Keelin was created by the professor. Its lifespan would have been short. By the time you arrived, the Keelin was already dead. Sending you to the ruins wasn't primarily for the Keelin. It was so you'd encounter Situ, getting you connected to the Ko-E family army. I predicted they would send you into the Forbidden Zone. They'd ask you to retrieve the remains left inside. The moment you went in, you'd inevitably reach the Thunderclap Buddha temple, and Situ inside would inevitably draw you in. What's your relationship with the Eternal Night Army? Fane, I once told you, those who stand in the light aren't always good. Those who hide in the dark aren't always evil. The church claims to be descendants of the light, embodying absolute purity and holiness. But you've seen what they really are. And the Eternal Night Army isn't all evil either. Nothing in this world is purely good or purely bad. I'm on good terms with some people. On the Eternal Night side, you could even call us friends. During the internal war, why didn't you finish off the church? Because infiltrators had wormed their way into the reformist faction. On the surface, they seemed normal, but deep down, they were even more extreme than the church. Even if we'd won, and they took power, they'd have become the new loyalists, completely pointless. Those people wore the reformist banner, but secretly ran their own faction. Their plan was to eliminate every ally once the war was won, and seize all the power for themselves. I discovered their plan. Rather than saying I switched sides, it's more accurate to say, they tried to kill me to keep me quiet. Didn't you explain this to anyone? There were too many of them. They all accused me of defecting. The Pope had actually reached out to me for a truce. In their eyes, that became the proof. They came for me. I had no choice but to fight my way out. In the end, I sacrificed a clone to escape the divine court. Fane, everything I just told you is what the rules allow me to say. The rest. Grandpa, do you know about Naraka Hall? So you've been looking into your parents' case. Naraka Hall was behind it. But their remnants vanished after being purged last century. Their whereabouts are unknown. If you want leads, stay close to the Ku family. They might know something. One more thing, Grandpa. That white-haired guy from the 9th Division told me that if I ever saw you, he'd really like to meet you. Within 3 days, I must return to my true body. Tell him the meeting is off for now. He said if you refused, I should say this, Palace Jade Wine. What did you say? Palace Jade Wine? How does he know that code phrase? What's the deal with this code phrase? Did he say anything else? Just that he wants to meet you, and if you put him off, I should say Palace Jade Wine. Send him a message. After your aunt's burial tomorrow, tell him to come to Azure City. I'll wait 30 minutes. I send Gideon the message through the comm link. Grandpa, what's the story behind that code phrase? In the early days of Talent Awakening, There was an organization that recruited many awakened. When the awakened population exploded, they started only accepting high-ranked talents, but later, they vanished without a trace. Their leader once tried to recruit me, but they had one condition. I couldn't participate in the war. I refused. He said if I ever changed my mind, I should use that code phrase. So you're saying Gideon is part of that organization? From the looks of it, yes. So Gideon has even more secrets. So he had me deliver the code phrase. Does that mean he still wants you to join? Perhaps. Sovereign suddenly shudders in pain. Grandpa, what's wrong? The true body took some damage. It's nothing. I just need to rest. I help him to the bed. Before I leave, don't let anyone disturb me. Understood. I head downstairs and speak with the funeral home staff. I've already purchased the plot. Handle the arrangements on your end. Back upstairs. An hour later, Sovereign finally steps out of the room. His face is still pale. Is everything set for the funeral? All done? Fane, you're a grown man now. It's time you started handling things yourself. Sage must be hurting badly right now. You're the older brother. Look after her. I know. Grandpa, what's this clone's combat level? This clone? Only level 12. My eyes go wide. A clone with level 12 combat power. Most sect leaders can't even reach level 12 with their real bodies. Color returns to Sovereign's face. Any plans for the break? After the burial? A classmate's father wants to have dinner with me. A girl, I assume? Yeah. Let me guess. The one named Cleo? Yes. Her father's with the church, right? Yes. When's the dinner? Day after tomorrow. Then I'll stay until after your dinner. I'd like to see what he's really up to. Just then, Sage pushes the door open. She freezes. Grandpa? Sovereign smiles and beckons her over. Cut to a luxurious office. A stern middle-aged man stands before a floor-to-ceiling window. A woman carrying documents enters. Mr. Chu, Fane has returned to Azure City. The team you requested is in position. The squad leader is the one from 2 weeks ago, Rhett, newly promoted to level 11. As per your instructions, the church will issue a joint mission on the evening of the dinner to keep Gideon occupied and out of the way. Good. Anything else? The secretary hesitates. Mr. Chu, won't Miss Cleo be upset about this? We're not killing him, just arranging a little accident. And if you don't talk, who'll ever know? Meanwhile, Sage, the funeral arrangements are your call. Sage's expression is heavy with sorrow. Keep it simple. Mom never liked big crowds. Grandpa is visibly weighed down too. At the funeral, distant relatives swarm over. Fane, look how much you've grown. I used to hold you when you were a baby. I think to myself, back then I was just a puddle of goo. Where exactly did you hold me? A man says. Sage, if you ever need anything, just come to the family. Don't carry it alone. I scoff internally. Now that we're in an official organization, everyone wants to curry favor with us. A message from Cleo arrives. Fane, I'm heading back tomorrow. Can we meet up first? No time. My aunt's funeral is tomorrow. Cleo is quiet for a long time. I'm so sorry, Fane. I reply with a brief acknowledgement. See you the day after tomorrow. The next day after Aunt Iris is laid to rest, Grandpa tells me to call Gideon. I message Gideon immediately. My grandfather wants to see you. The next second, Gideon appears out of thin air. General, it's an honor to finally meet you. Sovereign regards him calmly. Whatever you need to say it here. Gideon smiles. Let's talk somewhere else. I cut in. Just talk here. Gideon snaps his fingers. He and Sovereign vanish from the living room. I search the room frantically. That white-haired rascal is unbelievable. Not a single spatial trace left behind. Like he's the main character or something. A knock at the door. A delivery has arrived. Inside, 2 gifts, an exquisite vase and an antique painting. Cleo really doesn't hold back when it comes to spending. I notice Sage is on a phone call, using a sound-blocking artifact. She hangs up. Fane, I might have to leave tomorrow. Where? Starfire wants me for training. By the time I graduate from Aegis Academy, at the very least, I'll be the top Starfire officer in Azure City. I grin. So during work hours, do I have to call you Commander Sage? She gives a sweet smile. No matter what, you'll always be my brother. Need anything before you go? Everything's already packed. A while later, Gideon messages me. Fane, your grandfather and I are heading somewhere. Won't be back for dinner. Where are you taking my grandfather? Where he needs to be. That night, I stare at the moon through my window. The full moon is almost here. Grandpa said the slaughter talent can also create an external clone. His clone alone has level 12 combat power. Anyone would be envious. The next morning, a message from Cleo. Fane, you up? Just woke up. Are we doing lunch or dinner? Dinner, Fane. My dad is the type who loves to plan things. During dinner, he'll probably try to map out your future for you. I reply. Can your dad take a punch? She sends back a water gun emoji. We agree to meet tonight, in the living room. Sage says. Fane, I'm leaving after breakfast. If Grandpa comes back and asks, just say I went out. Got it. A dedicated car is already parked downstairs. The vehicle is actually a defensive artifact, and not a low-tier one either. When the car pulls up to the Chu family mansion, a tall young man at the gate demands a search. That arrogant look, cut from the same cloth as Nox. Cleo steps out. Lumen, this is my father's dinner guest tonight. Is this how you behave? Miss, I'm simply doing my job. Let's go, Fane, ignore him. Cleo takes my arm and walks me inside. When we reach her parents, she calls out, Mom, Dad, Fane's here. Mrs. Chu smiles warmly. Have a seat, food's almost ready. You're too kind, Mrs. Chu. Mr. Chu speaks. Fane, you've been making quite a name for yourself. A small place like Azure City hasn't produced someone like you in a long time. You're too kind. Azure City's only gone 79 years without someone like me. Quite the sense of humor for a young man. This midterm, you placed third in the 9th division and cracked the top 10 on the Dragon Tiger ranking on a national level. That makes you one of the best. Any plans for the future? I plan to keep working hard in the 9th division. Hard work alone won't get you far. This world runs on connections. You have the talent, but no one backing you. Climbing to power in the Aegis Bureau will be very difficult. Mrs. Chu interrupts. Food's ready. Let's eat. Darling, why are you talking business the moment he walks in? I heard that Fane already has that street drifter from the 9th division looking after him. After we sit down, Mr. Chu looks at me. The people in the 9th division who back you. At the end of the day, it's their power, not yours. When the moment of truth comes, it's perfectly normal for them to walk away. I stay silent. Mrs. Chu serves me rice. Try my cooking. Darling, the boy finally comes to visit. And you say things like that? I'm telling him what he'll face. Thinking ahead is a skill everyone needs. You should always be prepared for the people around you to abandon you. You make a fair point, sir. Thank you for the advice. I'll admit, you're exceptional. And through my daughter, we share a connection. Fane, I need a son. I answer with a straight face. So do I. Cleo nudges me under the table. Stop talking. Mrs. Chu breaks the awkwardness. Fane, ignore your Uncle Chu. Cleo said you love shrimp. I made it especially for you. This shrimp is incredible, Mrs. Chu. Your cooking is amazing. Cleo peels a shrimp and places it on my plate. Here, Fane. Mr. Chu frowns. Cleo, eat your own food. Mind your table manners. Cleo says casually. Oh, I almost forgot. Mom, Dad, Fane brought gifts for you. Could someone bring them over? The maid unwraps the package. The vase and painting come into view. Both parents immediately know Cleo bought them. Cleo asks innocently, do you like them? Mr. and Mrs. Chu exchange a glance. We do. Fane, the real reason we invited you tonight is to thank you for saving our Cleo. You're too kind. It was nothing. It may have been nothing to you, but to us, it was the world. Cleo is everything to us. I put on my best official smile. If I hadn't grown up with Cleo, I might have actually bought that. Mrs. Chu continues. Fane, I hear your primary talent is strength type, so we'd like to give you 2 artifacts, as a small token of our gratitude. I think to myself, these gloves have to be at least 10th tier. And these 2 fruits can greatly boost your psychic power and physical strength. If you're stuck at a bottleneck, they can break through it and push you up 1 level. I glance down. The ring is packed with gold bars. Rich people really do things differently. They're incredibly generous. Mr. and Mrs. Chu, this is far too generous. I really can't accept this. Mrs. Chu replies. We just told you. To us, what you did was the greatest gift. And, I cut in. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Chu. After dinner, Cleo walks me out. Mr. Chu and Mrs. Chu sit on the sofa. After a long silence, she speaks. Cleo cannot be with him. Mr. Chu smiles faintly. I know. But you can't kill him either. We can't give Cleo a reason to resent us. Mr. Chu nods. I understand. On his way home, he'll be intercepted by men disguised as Eternal Night Remnants. When they've beaten him into a cripple, my people step in to rescue him. We repay the favor and make Cleo believe we value her friend. Seeing Cleo walk back in, Mrs. Chu says, Did Fane head home? He's a really good kid. Smart. Handsome too. Cleo turns to her father. What do you think, Dad? I think he's impressive. Top 10 on the Dragon Tiger ranking after all. Outside the complex, a young man in white stares at Fane, a twisted grin spreading across his face. From this moment, we're Eternal Night. Beat him into a cripple, then fake a fight with the rescue team and leave. A subordinate nods. Boss Rhett, you're level 11. Isn't this overkill? Rhett says coldly. The real Eternal Night Army has their eyes on him too. Either they recruit him, or they destroy him. If we send anyone too weak, it won't be convincing. Remember, not a single slip. Relax, Boss Rhett. Beating him half to death is child's play. On the rooftop, Sovereign stands with hands clasped behind his back. Killing intent burns in his eyes. I duck behind a wall corner. Can't sense anyone. That means their level is above mine. I'll hide for now and wait until they reveal themselves. If they're above level 9, I can't fight head on. First, use the time reversal mirror to get out. Then crush the spatial orb for backup. If Gideon picks up the signal, Grandpa will come too. 2 heavyweights arriving at once. You're dead. But hiding here forever won't work. I need to find his position first. Then use the mirror to rewind 15 minutes. Come on, let me see where you're hiding. Inside the car, the church operatives curse. Damn, this kid's instincts are sharp, Rhett says. In the end, his level is still far too low. He can't sense us. Boss Rhett, why aren't we moving? Not yet. We need to get the white hair pulled away first. Should be any minute now. What's this kid doing? Why isn't he heading home? Don't tell me he's looking for us. I pull out the comlink and sweep the area. The church members activate their own comlinks and slip past my scan. This kid's got some nerve. Actually came out here looking for trouble. Boss Rhett, why hasn't command sent the signal yet? The white hair's been pulled away. Get ready. Boss, you sit tight. I'll take the boys. A small fry like him doesn't deserve your effort, Rhett says. Beat him half to death, that's all. Relax, boss, he's just a level 5 piece of trash. Crew cut steps out of the car, followed by several men. They walk straight toward me. Quit looking around, kid. Grandpa's right here. I size them up. Crew cut, level 8, gray jacket, level 6, blue hoodie, level 7. Crew cut says, lucky kid, our young master is a general of the Eternal Night Army. He saw your performance on the Dragon Tiger ranking. He wants you in his service. The young master is right there in the car. I frown. As expected, the real threat is still in the car. You have two options. Be our young master's dog, or die. I grin. If I join, what position do I get? My fingers have already crushed the spatial orb behind my back. Crew cut sneers. Did I stutter? A dog? Could you maybe run something by your young master? I'm not great at being a dog, but I can do a cat. I let out a meow. How's that? Pretty good, right? What the meow was that? Get him! Where the hell is Gideon? Wait, something happened on his end. I summoned Situ. Since Gideon isn't coming, let's get someone else to play with you. Situ slams an open palm through the air. It hits Crew cut dead center in the chest. Their combat power drops an entire level in that same instant. Situ strikes Crew cut's chest again. Crew cut crashes to the ground, convulsing. 6 rings of slaughter blaze to life on my arm. The closest man's chest is punched clean through. Then, all 3 soul generals charge in together. The remaining 2 have their skulls crushed to pulp. Inside the car, Rhett flinches. Then his eyes turn vicious. This level of power still can't touch me. He kicks the car door open. Useless, all of you. Guess I have to do this myself. 6 arms sprout from his body. 6 spirit spears materialize and launch at me simultaneously. I grip the time reversal mirror and vanish on the spot. That was close. Almost died right there. The next second, I'm back 15 minutes in the past. Going head-on with the powerhouse in that car is suicide. Then I spot a familiar figure on the rooftop. It's Grandpa. Gideon must have been held up. But as long as Grandpa is here, I've got nothing to worry about. Wait. The spatial orb is still intact. This mirror is insane. It even restores consumed items. Worthy of being a Buddhist supreme treasure. Absolutely broken. Almost time. They'll be coming any moment now. On the other side, Crew cut says, relax, boss Rhett. A level 5 nobody, like swatting a fly. He leads several men toward me. I watch them approach and wave. Over here, Crew cut starts. Lucky kid. Our young general. I cut him off. Saw my Dragon Tiger ranking performance. Wants me to serve him, right? Then you give me 2 options. Either be a dog, or die. When I refuse, you curse at me, then attack. Am I right? Come on, go ahead and insult me. Crew cut freezes. This kid just said my entire script. What am I supposed to say now? Wait, our cover's been blown. His eyes flash with killing intent. Get him! All 3 lunge at me at once. I activate the slaughter talent and release all 3 soul generals. Just in case I keep Crew cut alive, barely breathing as a hostage. He lies face down, eyes wide with shock. How is this possible? Dragging Crew cut, I look toward the car at the complex entrance. Rhett steps out with several men, expression murderous. Let him go, he says coldly. We can talk this out. If you won't talk, then there's nothing left to say. Crew cut, I'll take care of your mother for you, and I promise to beat Fane until he never stands again. Consider it your revenge. The words barely land before dozens of spirit spears fly at me. The next second, every one of them silently shatters into dust. A commanding voice rings out. You dare touch my grandson? Who gave you the nerve? Which old fossil dares interfere with my— Wait, that wasn't normal level 11 power. You said Fane is your grandson. And with this kind of pressure, you're sovereign? You're still alive? Rhett hurls another wave of spears at me and bolts. Sovereign raises one hand toward Rhett's direction. The spears reverse course and pierce straight through Rhett's body. Grandpa looks at me. You've suffered enough, Fane. The rest are yours. Grandpa, you're delivering free experience to me. They dared to touch my grandson. Don't let their cultivation go to waste. I grin. Once I absorb them all, my slaughter talent hits level 7, and strength reaches level 6. Talk. Which branch of the Eternal Night Army are you from? Grandpa walks over. They're not Eternal Night, they're Church. But their talents aren't Radiance type. They're the Church's Guardian Corps. Rhett gasps. I'm Eternal Night Security Corps, not some damn church lackey. My talent is piercing, Grandpa says coldly. It doesn't just pierce the physical, it pierces the heart. Rhett screams. I'm not Church. Sovereign stares down at him. There are more of your people hiding nearby, waiting to swoop in for the rescue. So that Fane would owe someone a favor. Dozens of meters away. A church member whispers. Sir, Fane isn't dead. Who is that old man? What do we do? Lumen says. The plan must not be exposed. Otherwise Mr. Chu takes the fall. Get Rhett out of here. Don't let him talk. Rhett senses Lumen's group approaching and lets out a breath of relief. Sovereign gives the approaching church members a single cold glance. Walking to your deaths. I raise my hand and punch the ring of slaughter through Rhett's skull. Level 11 energy floods into me. Lumen checks the body. What happened? Eternal Night Army, I say. Lumen orders the bodies removed. Sovereign blocks him. Church business, Lumen says. No explanation required. Move. Do you want to die? Sovereign releases a wave of terrifying pressure. Lumen goes rigid. He turns to me. Kid, who is this man to you? Do you know what happens when you cross the church? I smile. Please tell me. What happens? Lumen's eyes dart to Sovereign. He takes an involuntary half-step back. Just you wait. He turns and starts walking away with his men. Sovereign lets out a cold laugh. Did I say you could leave? Seeing no way out, Lumen strikes first. His men follow. A silver cocoon of light engulfs Sovereign. Sovereign effortlessly shatters the light cocoon without moving a muscle. Moments later, church members drop one after another. I walk up and finish each one. The slaughter talent reaches level 7. Strength is one layer away from breaking through to level 6. Lumen uses a flash of light and runs. Grandpa, that man knows about my slaughter talent. He can't live, Sovereign says calmly. Let him run 5 kilometers first. Fane, you've consumed too much tonight. You need to refine it now. Convert this power into your blood energy. Otherwise the backlash will destroy your body. Steady yourself first. The first 5 levels are about using your own power to protect the body. Level 6, Convergence, is the reverse, making heaven and earth respond to you. So it's about borrowing the power of heaven and earth. Sovereign nods. Your inner power flows out. The world's energy flows in. That exchange is the convergence threshold. I concentrate the blood pulse at the center of my brow. My mind goes still. I begin sensing the world around me. The sensation is extraordinary. Strength hits peak level 6, Sovereign says approvingly. No wonder the Slaughter King chose you. Grandpa, Lumen should be heading back by now. Should we go after him? Sovereign raises one hand and presses down through the air. Just a dog, let him die before his master, and only then will the master know fear. Cut to Mrs. Chu entering Mr. Chu's study. Why hasn't anyone reported back? Could something have gone wrong? Stop worrying. Nothing will go wrong. That white-haired one won't show up, will he? Relax. That's been taken care of. He won't make it tonight. Just wait for Lumen's report. A knock at the door. Mr. Chu smiles. See? What did I tell you? Right on time. Lumen staggers in, face white as a sheet. Mr. Chu freezes. What happened? Mr. Chu, Fane, The next second, Lumen's skull explodes from a piercing force. Mr. Chu traces the trajectory from the point of impact. Through the wall, across building after building, the force came from kilometers away. At the end of the line, an old man stands with hands clasped behind his back. His voice carries. Come to my door, apologize, there will not be a next time. Mrs. Chu's face drains of all color. Who was that? The first among the divine court's 4 divine generals, Sovereign. It's him? He's still alive? What are we waiting for? Forget tomorrow. Let's leave now, back to the church. We can't leave. Tomorrow I must go to Fane's home. To his house? Are you insane? What for? To apologize. What if we report this to the Pope? If the Pope finds out, my candidacy gets revoked, and I lose my position as dean. Is the Pope afraid of Sovereign? Not afraid, he's a problem. The person behind the 9th division, at least plays by the rules. But Sovereign only has to rally the call, and every one of his old brothers will follow. Gideon already stirred things up once. The Pope is already displeased. If Cleo still wants to stay close to Fane, let her. Mrs. Chu frowns. Cleo may not be my birth daughter, but she is our daughter. You're throwing her into a fire pit. Mr. Chu replies. The world is unstable. If they do end up together, it's a way out for us. Mrs. Chu snaps. Marrying Cleo off to Sovereign's grandson? Have you lost your mind? Mr. Chu says. Fane's mother's surname was Yi. The person behind the 9th division is also surnamed Yi. Do you think that's a coincidence? Meanwhile, Grandpa, why didn't you just go after Mr. Chu directly? Sovereign smiles. I've already seen through his defenses, and planted a seed in his mind. If he ever tries to harm you again, that seed will turn on him. The pain will be far worse than any physical wound. Grandpa, is your talent the strongest? Fane, remember this. The strongest thing is not a talent. It's showing up every single day. I must return to my true body now. Use the secure phone to contact me, and never reach out first. The next second, Sovereign's clone vanishes. A while later, Sage messages me. Fane, will you be home tomorrow? Yeah, why? I'm coming home tomorrow. Might bring a few new friends. Starfire? Yeah, got it. I won't ask more. Come home safe. I check the date, then walk to the bathroom mirror. My grandfather says, the slaughter talent can create clones too. Is that true? Correct. And unlike your grandfather's blood demon talent, the slaughter talent's clone is far more direct. Blood demon requires doubling your blood energy before a clone can form. It relies on massive reserves to condense into shape. The slaughter talent needs only a single drop of blood. 1 drop? That's insane. If the blood demon user's true body dies, the clone collapses with it. But with the slaughter talent, as long as you store a drop of blood somewhere else, you can be reborn from that drop. What are the conditions? At slaughter talent level 7, you can condense the first drop. Each additional level unlocks 1 more. I've absorbed others' talents. Why can't I use them? You can, but only 7 talents can be active at once. If you find one you prefer, swap it in for one of your current ones. The 7 kings are stirring. It's time to seek them out. When the 7 kings reunite, the descent of the end begins. How do I find them? Raise your perception talent. At level 7, you'll be able to trace them. Understood. Right now I only use perception to detect enemies and avoid danger. Back in the living room, I force a single drop of crimson blood from my fingertip. Energy pulses within the drop. Faint blood seals shimmer across its surface. The drop condenses into a beating heart. Red light flickers, and a figure slowly takes shape. By dawn he looks exactly like me. The sensation is truly something else. Freshly formed and already at level 5 combat power. Tonight was not wasted. I clench my fist, grinning. This is too good. Once I've rested, time to meet up with Buck. And Hector's matter needs to be wrapped up. When I wake up, a message is waiting. Fane, it's your Uncle Chu. Do you have a moment later? I'd like to stop by. I reply. Noon works. Another message. Is the old master home? I reply. Take a guess. I sleep until past 11. Sage messages that she and her friends are on the way. Only then do I drag myself up to wash. Sage opens the door and walks in with a small group. This is my brother Fane. She introduces a girl with black framed glasses and braces. Fane, this is Mia. We exchange hellos. The thin one is Toby. The bigger one is Lonnie. And this is Yara. Yara smiles. Nice to meet you, Fane. I hear you placed 10th on the Dragon Tiger ranking. Your reputation precedes you. Just a name on a board, not worth mentioning. We're here on a bit of business. Hope we're not intruding. Not at all. Yara gives a look. Mia takes Toby and Lonnie to Sage's room. What's this about? Internal Starfire business. Can't go into details. I hope you understand. I understand. Yara continues. Starfire doesn't only oppose the church. We fight all oppressive power. So today's visit is really to put your mind at ease. Before she finishes, urgent knocking interrupts her. A young man rushes in. Yara, church people are here. Yara frowns. Are you sure? Positive. It's the Dean of the Academy of Light, Mr. Chu. He's in this complex? Yes. Lonnie asks. Yara, what do we do? Stay calm. Wait and see. Everyone suppress your aura. Lonnie rushes to the window. He's entering our building. On the other side, Mr. Chu steps into the elevator. Yara asks, did we leave any traces coming in? No, we came in clean. I cut in. Stop guessing, he's here for me. Lonnie stares in disbelief. Yara, should we call for backup? Get an extraction team? Yara looks at me, equally confused. He's not here to arrest me, he has business with me. I know his daughter, Lonnie says. Even so, a man that powerful, would he really come to you in person? Urgent knocking at the door. The Starfire members go pale. Yara pulls a zipper from her storage ring and presses it against the wall. She pulls the tab down. A pocket dimension opens up behind it, roughly 5 square meters. She waves, voice hushed and urgent. Get in. No one hesitates. They scramble inside. The last one in pulls the zipper shut. It merges seamlessly with the white wall. I can't help but mutter, that's actually pretty cool. Even my perception can't detect it. The knocking comes again. I walk to the door. Inside the cramped space, Lonnie whispers. Sage's brother didn't come in with us. The young man holds a finger to his lips. The door outside is opened. At the door, Mr. Chu bows slightly. Fane, I hope I'm not intruding. Intruding or not, you're already here. Mr. Chu smiles. Not going to invite me in? I step aside. Please. His subordinates start to follow. I block them. Bring the gifts in. The rest of you stay outside. Mr. Chu waves them off. Wait by the door. I shut the door, cutting them off completely. Mr. Chu glances around, then sits. Fane, are you home alone? My aunt is sitting right next to you. Can't you see her? About your aunt. I owe you an apology. But that was not my order. Where's the old master? I bluff. The old master is everywhere. He's watching you right now. Fane, the reason I came today is primarily to apologize. For last night. Last night I lost my head. What I did was out of line. I apologize to you. And to the old master. Inside the pocket dimension, every pair of eyes goes wide. Mr. Chu, last night when you made your move, you weren't Uncle Chu at that moment. You were acting as a church official. If you're here to apologize, then show proper sincerity. Mr. Chu locks eyes with me. Governor of the Army of Light, Dominic Chu, formally apologizes for the events of last night. He bows deeply. Satisfied? Then I won't see you out. Mr. Chu nods with a thin smile and walks to the door. I close the door and open the gifts. All high-end supplements. These were meant for Grandpa, not me. Behind me, the zipper peels open. Yara and the others step out. Fane. What? Why did Mr. Chu come to apologize to you? He tried to make a move on me last night. Yara and the others are stunned. Who's the old master he mentioned? Old Master Yi of the 9th Division? Don't stick your nose into grown-up business. Stay for a meal? No thanks, we have business, we'll get out of your way. At the door she turns back. Fane. About seeing us today. We never met. Yara flashes a warm smile and leads the group out. Sage says, Fane, I need to go too. I stuff all the supplements into her hands. Take these. Stay safe on the road. You're giving me all of it? What about you? I've got plenty of divine marrow, way more effective than this stuff. Sage gives a knowing smile, nods and walks away. While the break lasts, I should check in on Buck's side. Back in my room I study the egg I brought from the Moonwater realm. The energy pulses inside are growing stronger. All that divine marrow it's been devouring is clearly paying off. A crystallization of Qilin and another divine beast's bloodline. No telling when it'll finally hatch. A message from Buck. Boss, we've recruited another 100 plus over the last few weeks. Hector reached level 4. I reply, I'm coming over. Round up all the new recruits. Get them ready for the divine gift. Copy, boss. Cut to the road to the airport. I fall deep into thought. The 7 kings reuniting. Still too vague. My perception level is too low to trace them. On that note, I should ask the person who gave me the Naraka Hall intel. I message chest hair sis on the forum asking about the 7 kings. The plane climbs, then descends. At the airport exit, Buck is already waiting. Boss, this way. Look at you, Buck, suits and ties now. All thanks to you, boss. I set up a logistics company for the crew. Same-day city delivery. Business isn't bad. The new recruits finally have legitimate cover. Nice. Funding is one thing I've never had to worry about with you. A while later, chest hair sis replies about the 7 kings. Why are you asking about this? Not afraid of getting flagged? Can you at least tell me where to look? She replies cautiously. Don't say things that threaten social stability. My water meter can't take another inspection. We've known each other for a while now. You've helped me plenty. Let me buy you dinner. What's your angle? Meeting me in person comes with conditions, you know. Send a photo of your hand. Thumb to index finger fully spread. I have Buck rest his hand on the luxury car's steering wheel. Snap a photo and send it. Boss, you trying to flex with the car? Hold on, let me roll up my sleeve. Get the watch in the shot too. That'll really sell it. With this setup, every woman out there would be calling us handsome. I give Buck a look of pure sympathy. That's enough, Buck. Just drive. Sure thing. After seeing the photo, chest hair sis replies, sorry if the short measurement hurt your self-esteem. Don't be sad. We can still meet up. I'll send you the location. I check. Over 4 hours by car, quite far. Let's talk in person then. Make sure you smell nice. The car pulls up in front of a company called Balu Express Logistics. Balu? Where'd that name come from? We had 2 names at first. One was, is it there yet? The other was Smooth Flow Logistics. But then we met a fortune teller over dinner. I felt bad for him, so I bought him a meal. He said if we changed the name to Balu, the business would be fast and steady. I didn't get it at the time, but he said the boss behind me would definitely understand when he heard it. Boss? Do you know what it means? I don't have a clue. Buck, you sure you weren't scammed? Boss, there's something to it, I swear. You can't help but believe. We used to have barely any market share in this city. But after the name change, every other logistics company hit trouble. In the end, we were the only ones left standing. I walk in. The place is bustling with workers moving packages. Employees greet us as we pass. Buck announces, everyone, drop what you're doing. Meeting room, now. The boss has something to say. He turns to me. Boss, I've been thinking. Sectmaster draws too much attention. How about everyone just calls you boss from now on? Works for me. Hector walks up. Boss, sorry, I was training just now. Didn't make it to pick you up. Buck told me. I told him not to bother you. In the meeting room, all the new recruits stare at me. No speeches. I get straight to the divine gift. Low levels don't matter. After the gift, you'll grow fast. Granting this many at once is no small drain. I need to rest. I flop onto the hotel sofa. I summon my clone. Go in my place. Work out the plan for Hector's revenge. The clone walks into the company. Buck says, Boss, why aren't you resting? Back already? The clone answers flatly, getting straight to the point. I'm here for one thing, getting Hector's revenge done, and taking over the enemy's assets while we're at it. But boss, I'm only level 4. Old Man Zhao is level 5. I can't touch him at my level. That's not your concern. I have my methods. What are their combat levels? Old Man Zhao, level 5. 1 level 4 by his side. Their strongest is a level 7 retainer, plus 2 hired level 5 fighters. Hector pulls up a map. Old Man Zhao lives here. The level 7 retainer stays on the same compound. The clone studies the map. Everyone else, carry on as normal. Don't tip them off. Buck, you and I will scout first. Got it, boss. Everyone else waits for my order. Then we hit this location. Boss, what's your combat level now? Level 5. Why? I know you've got tricks, but shouldn't we build up more? Wait until the crew's stronger? The clone pauses. I understand your point, but I'm only a clone. The call is the originals to make. Buck's eyes go wide. Level 5 and that's just a clone? Hector breathes. If the clone is level 5, how strong is the real body? Can the original already handle level 7? The clone says calmly. Just be ready to take your revenge. Leave the rest to me. I gave you my word. I always follow through. Continue planning. The doubt on Hector's face melts into a grin. He immediately begins working out the framework with Buck. The clone returns to the hotel and merges back into me. I discover that everything the clone saw and heard sinks back to me. That evening, Buck and I drive toward Old Man Zhao's compound. Boss? That's Old Man Zhao's estate up ahead. Don't get too close, let me scan the inside first. Level 5 perception has limited range. Outer sweep first. Plenty of people on the perimeter. All energy signatures mapped. Haven't reached the core yet. A furious voice rings out. Who dares trespass on this estate? That energy signature must be the level 7 retainer. Not weak. The 7 Slaughter sect could use someone to hold the fort. Buck asks, what's the play, boss? Message Hector. Forget tomorrow night, we move tonight, now. The moment Hector gets the message, he mobilizes and heads this way. The Zhao estate is on high alert. Old Man Zhao hurries toward a standalone building behind the main estate. From outside, a wave of cold, sinister energy radiates from the structure. He pushes the door open. A strange, rancid smell fills the room. In the center sits an old man draped in an oversized black robe. Master Kane, someone is coming for the estate. The old man slowly opens his eyes. Master Zhao, they only probed us. I've already scared them off. Probably just a passerby. No need for alarm. But I can't shake this feeling. What if the person who rescued Hector has come to help him take revenge? With me here, you can stop worrying, Master Zhao. I'm just being cautious. The entire squad we sent out last time was wiped out, and the boy escaped. I suspect a powerful backer. We can't be careless. The old man lets out a sinister chuckle. Didn't we examine all the bodies? The attacker was no higher than level 6. Just had some unusual techniques. Not a real powerhouse. Commotion erupts outside. What's going on? Master, intruders have breached the gates. Who? It's Hector. Stay calm, Master Zhao. Let me see what kind of big shot he's brought to crash my doorstep. Hector's eyes are burning with fury. Zhao Yongyi, you animal. Old man Zhao scans the crowd. Nothing but a bunch of kids. Where's the backup? Kane stares at me. That one has the highest combat power. He must be the backer. I'll deal with the strength-type brute first. Pull his soul into the myriad soul robe. If I can't handle him, the other retainer steps in. Old man Zhao grins. Nephew, long time no see. You've lost so much weight. Your uncle is truly heartbroken. If your dead parents could see what you've become, they'd die of grief all over again. You animal! You don't deserve to speak my father's name. If my father hadn't lifted you up, you would have starved on the streets. There you go again, nephew. So emotional. How many times have I told you? This really wasn't my fault. Your father was a grown man. The kind get taken advantage of. Didn't he understand that? Didn't he ever tell you? That in this world, kindness is a sin? All I did was kneel, kowtow a few times, shed a few tears, say a few soft words. And he went soft, believe me, actually helped me up. People like that, that's not kindness, that's stupidity. Your old man was born to be a stepping stone. I grab Hector before he charges. Not yet. The old man beside old man Zhao looks relaxed, but he's already coiled to strike at me. Kane's oversized robe flares open. A wave of dark, sinister energy blasts out. Dozens, nearly 100, ghostly figures swarm toward me in an instant. They try to possess my body. I scoff. Level 7 tricks and you dare try this on me? My pupils shift to crimson. The rings of slaughter unfurl behind me. Every ghost is pierced through in a flash. Shrill, ear-splitting shrieks fill the air. Hector and Kane both stare wide-eyed. Neither expected this level of power. Kane decides to go all out. He launches into the air and puts on a grotesque mask. A bronze bell in his left hand, a jet-black whip in his right. The bell rings out, a clear tone that invades the mind. The whip cracks through the air, wreathed in wailing spirits. Piercing, chaotic cries of the dead pour from every direction. 7 rings of slaughter coil around my arm once more. These parlor tricks won't hold me down. The whip crashes toward my skull. Come feed Grandpa's myriad soul robe, little brat. Everyone watching thinks I'm finished. My left arm rises. The bracer erupts with light. A shield materializes from thin air. The shield catches the whip dead on and launches Kane back into the sky. Gasps erupt from the crowd. My right hand twists. The coiling dragon spear materializes in my grip. The rings of slaughter spiral outward from my arm. One step. I flash directly in front of Kane, still airborne. The coiling dragon spear swings hard across his chest. With a thunderous impact, Kane slams into the ground. Dust explodes in every direction. Blood pours from his mouth. He roars in fury. I'll butcher you. Endless purgatory, ghost realm manifestation, 100 ghosts, clear the path. Ghost King, lend me your power. The next second, every ghost condenses into his myriad soul robe, merging into one massive entity. My expression turns cold. One flash, I'm in his face. The rings of slaughter coil around the spear. I thrust. The coiling dragon spear punches through Kane's chest and lifts him off the ground. All flash and no substance. The next second, Kane flickers to old man Zhao's side, body trembling uncontrollably. Master Kane, you can't beat a teenager? He must be using a disguise, making himself look young to throw us off. I fell for his trick. Master Zhao, stop holding back. Master Marshal, your turn. A gust of wind howls in. A figure drops from the sky. You alright, Kane? I'm fine. Watch yourself, Marshal. This kid fights dirty. Kane turns to old man Zhao. Master Zhao, take your men and kill the rest. They're all trash. Not a single level 5 among them. Buck warns. Boss, they've got a second level 7 retainer. Old man Zhao sneers. Nephew, you're still too young. This new retainer was hired specifically to deal with you, Marshal says. Listen, kid, Grandpa's gonna teach you some manners today. Nephew, with that stupid look on your face, you actually think you can take revenge? Uncle's about to send you to meet your dead old man. Buck mutters. Boss, this is getting rough. Should we pull out? Can any of you actually escape? Watching Kane and Marshall close in, killing intent radiating. I break into a grin. I raise my hand. The crimson ring materializes from my palm and opens wide in midair. C2 launches out first, then the 3 tiger guards. The black wolf, white bear, and gold-striped tiger leap through. A level 5 clone steps out of me. They all line up. Situ raises his hand. Dark energy blankets the field. Every enemy drops 1 full combat level. My level just dropped. This isn't normal weakening. This is forced suppression. This kid is cheating. I chuckle. Our turn. Kane and Marshall's faces change instantly. For the first time, they feel genuine terror. C2 and the 3 tiger guards charge at the pair in unison. Fall back. Retreat. The exits are blocked. I toss the coiling dragon spear to my clone. Let him fight and level up too. I lean back and watch. Kane and Marshall can't land a single counterattack. What kind of monster is this kid? Before long, both are dragged to my feet. Weren't you full of fight a minute ago? Keep talking. What's your name? Kill me, skin me, do whatever you want. No need for pointless chatter. Watch how you speak to my lord. Kai brings a warhammer down on the back of Kane's head. And you? Name. Marshall, level 7. Win talent. Interested in working for me? I've wandered half my life, never serving a worthy lord. If you'll take me, I'd follow you. Through hell and high water. Whoa, stop right there. Let's not go that far. I pledge to follow my lord. And you? Fine. Name? Kane, level 7, Wraith talent. Not bad. I won't let you follow me for nothing. I can grant you a talent that amplifies your power, but not a shred of defiance. The next second, one of the Zhao men accepts the divine gift and explodes on the spot. That's what happens otherwise. Made up your minds? We have. I bestowed the divine gift on both. Their power surges. Thank you, my lord. That myriad soul robe of yours is pretty impressive. Mere parlor tricks. Nothing compared to your methods. Summoning this many powerhouses with a wave of your hand. Tonight, every restless soul on this battlefield is yours. Thank you, my lord. In the distance, a furious roar. Hector's blade finds old man Zhao. He drops to his knees, forehead pressed to the dirt, fists pounding the ground. His entire body shakes violently. After a long moment he rises, walks to me, and drops to a full kowtow. Thank you, Secmaster, for helping me avenge my family. Get up. No need for that. Buck, clean the battlefield. The rest is yours to handle. Understood, boss. It'll be spotless. When you're done, post guards here. Then you're coming with me to meet someone. Copy, boss. Cut to Buck, driving me to the meeting point with Chest-Hair Sis. No idea what Chest-Hair Sis actually looks like in person. I glance at Buck, then message her. I'm here. Where are you? Go in first. I'm finishing my makeup. Buck, go in first. Wear this earpiece. Stay connected. When you meet her, ask what I tell you. Focus on the 7 kings. Boss, why am I meeting your internet friend? Since when do you ask this many questions? Buck walks into the restaurant and takes a seat. A large, heavy-set woman approaches. You're Chest-Hair Sis? Then you must be Kix the cripple's good leg. Buck forces an awkward smile and stands to shake her hand. He thinks to himself, the boss really isn't picky. As she sits, she glances at Buck's hand. You're a bit different from what I imagined. Yeah, I age a little fast. And you look pretty much like your username. My voice comes through the earpiece. Are you seriously making small talk? Cut the crap. Get to the point. Sis, can you tell me about the 7 kings? Can you tell me first, why do you always ask such strange questions? I'm curious what the 7 kings actually are. Legend says that when civilization nears collapse, the 7 kings are born. They toll the death knell and rebuild civilization from the chaos. You should know, much of current history has been deliberately buried and rewritten, including everything about the 7 kings. But yours truly has the history appraisal talent. Every buried and altered piece of history. I can see through all of it. Pretty awesome, right? I hiss through the earpiece. Compliment her. Now. That's incredible, sis. Keep going. I've been tracing the 7 kings through the cracks in history, piecing together forgotten records from fragments. So far I've identified 2.5. Buck's eyes light up. Which 2? The Calamity King and the Reincarnation King. The Calamity King, as the name suggests, is the embodiment of catastrophe. The Reincarnation King. The name says it all. He controls reincarnation. In battle, he can summon his most powerful past life to fight alongside him. He can also force enemies into their weakest past life. Beyond that, he governs the 6 paths of reincarnation and decides where a soul goes after death. How do you find them? When the world's order begins to rot, the 7 kings descend on their own, but only one can bring all 7 kings together. Who? That brings us to the strongest of the 7, but I don't know much about that one. Who is it? The first among the 7 kings, the Slaughter King. What does the Slaughter King actually look like? Of the 7 kings, I only know 2.5. The half is the Slaughter King. But about the Slaughter King, there's only one line. The supreme terror that tolls the death knell of civilization. If they're that powerful, is there no one who can counter them? Of course there is. Legend speaks of 13 arbiters who can counter the 7 kings, numbered 0 through 12, except for Arbiter 0. The rest are paired. Each pair counters 1 king. Who counters the Slaughter King? Are you dense? The Slaughter King is the strongest. Naturally, the strongest arbiter, number 0, is his counter. I freeze. Arbiter 0 counters the Slaughter King. Wait, I am Arbiter 0. I'm here to judge myself. Chest-Hair Sis continues. The arbiters aren't actually that strong. They're only effective against the 7 kings. A strong enough normal person could kill an arbiter, but the 7 kings can steamroll any ordinary person. They counter each other. In a perfect loop. Buck nods. The food arrives. Chest-Hair Sis eats with gusto, grinning at Buck with greasy lips. I've already booked a hotel room. Let's continue our chat there. I whisper through the earpiece. Buck, take one for the team today. This earns you major credit. I'll make you head of the 7 Slaughter Sect's Guardian Division. Buck hisses. The sect doesn't even have a Guardian Division yet. It will once you pull this off. Buck grits his teeth, stomps his foot. Fine. But Chest-Hair Sis leans close to Buck's ear and speaks directly into the earpiece. Next time, come in person, little brother. Bye-bye. Buck stands frozen. How did she know about the earpiece? Chest hair sis leaves the restaurant and walks into an empty alley. She checks both directions. Once she's sure no one is watching, she pinches her jawline and peels. A skin mask artifact tears away. Beneath it, a sharp, strikingly beautiful face. Nice try, playing games with me. Her lips curl. That man's historical aura was strong too, but the one pulling his strings must be even brighter. Meanwhile, I'm still trying to figure out where I slipped up. Could it be the history appraisal talent? I look it up. It can detect historical auras and distinguish loyalty from betrayal. I let out a sigh. She read us through the aura. Buck says flatly. Boss, you said she was a beauty. She is. Just not the kind either of us expected. I push the thoughts aside and drive back with Buck. With Kane and Marshall holding down the fort, the 7 slaughter sec should be safe for now. The break flies by. The moment I'm back in the dorm, Gideon shows up. What's in the box? Snacks. Help yourself. He stares at the label on the box. Balu Express Logistics. AE86. Which genius came up with that name? What a waste not delivering tofu. What's AE86? A movie from centuries ago. There was a famous bit, an 86 blocking every mountain pass. I think back, Buck said. The name came from a fortune teller, and that the boss behind the company would understand eventually. I thought the fortune teller was just a fraud, but the way Gideon reacted, that level of foresight is no ordinary person. It has to be a perception master. Did you need something? Has an organization called Starfire reached out to recruit you? No. Why? Gideon rummages through the box for his favorite snacks. Good. I'm here about something else. The Eternal Night Army has been infiltrating every major faction for years. The Aegis Bureau is no exception. Already compromised. Command has ordered a full purge. Normally you'd start receiving field missions next semester. Integration into the Bureau. But during those missions you'll have a secret order. Root out every Eternal Night Mole planted in your teams. Kill them if you can. If you can't, report to me or Brother Six, we'll handle it. Sure, don't just nod along. Take this seriously. The 9th Division will be yours one day. You want to inherit a house full of moles? The moment I hear that, I straighten up. Consider it done. Gideon stands up, stuffing his pockets with snacks from the box. Remember what I said, see you. I think over what comes next. If I want perception to keep climbing, even reaching the level of predicting the future, I'll need a dedicated meditation space. And I still need to figure out who that fortune teller was. Buck, that fortune teller from before, do you remember any details? Honestly, nothing, Fane. Just a chance encounter. Met him once. Didn't give a name? No, he just said the big boss would understand in time. Got it. Chest hair sis sends a message. Oh my god, watch this video. Looks like the Calamity King appeared at this location. The video shows a mountain village, reduced to rubble. At the far end, a mountain that doesn't look natural. The person filming speaks with a trembling voice. That used to be a village over there. 2 mountains crushed it together. Over 200 people, buried alive. A uniformed officer steps forward and covers the camera. Delete what you just filmed. Leave immediately. No unauthorized entry. Violators will be executed. The video cuts off. Where is this? When did it happen? Yesterday. The village is called Suidong. Yesterday it was still on the map. Today it's gone. I open my phone map and search. Nothing. The village doesn't exist anymore. Through the comlink's internal map, the village still shows up, but access requires clearance. Are you sure the Calamity King appeared there? Earthquake, fire and plague all at once, isn't that obvious enough? I've got more intel, want to hear it? Yes. Chest hair sis cackles like a cartoon villain. There were survivors from those villages. They saw the Calamity King with their own eyes. The authorities have already sent elite fighters with the survivors to track him down. That's the intel? There's more. The authorities have an artifact that can generate portraits from witness descriptions. The Calamity King's portrait has already been drawn. The portrait shows a boy. The markings on the backs of his hands and fingers. They're in the exact same positions as my slaughter talent runes. Identical. Who is this? Chest hair sis replies. My theory, this small figure, is one of the arbiters who counters the Calamity King. Would an arbiter be together with the Calamity King? That's perfectly normal. When an arbiter detects someone who needs judging, they can trigger a king's power. Based on my analysis, those villages were inhabited by descendants of criminals, generations of evil. If the Calamity King is already this strong before maturing, what will he become later? Absolutely terrifying. And the Slaughter King? The strongest of all? How horrifying must that be? I scanned the Calamity King's portrait with the comlink. No records found. He's completely off the grid. For now, I should focus on raising my perception level. If I can get to the Calamity King, before the authorities do, and recruit him, that changes everything. Wait, the Calamity King has appeared. Gideon should definitely be out investigating. How did he have time to visit me? First, find Anna to boost my perception. Meanwhile, Anna is slumped over her desk, staring at her screen. Why won't he reply? The woman the palace master would die for. Reduced to this by the white-haired rascal. Ms. Chang. Fane, you're here. I need the key to the contemplation chamber. Here you go. Anything you don't understand, just ask. Thanks, Miss Chang. Her phone buzzes. She answers in a soft voice. The mosquitoes are terrible out in Suidong Village. I packed bug repellent for you. Gideon is in Suidong Village? Yeah, something happened out there. He left yesterday. Didn't he tell you? I freeze. Damn it. Can't hide anything from that guy. I take the key and head to the contemplation chamber. Inside is a treasure called the Awakener's Scroll, specifically designed to train future sight for perception talents, but the process drains psychic power heavily. 3 hours later, my eyes are bloodshot. The higher perception goes, the harder it gets. Don't push for this long in one session, Anna warns. This needs to be gradual. I rub my exhausted eyes. Ms. Cheng, at perception level 6, how far can you see into the future? Roughly 5 minutes forward or backward. Under normal circumstances, don't casually read someone's past or future. Some people are protected by terrifying beings. What do you mean by that? Unspeakable entities inside the divine demon ruins. Choose successors, pass on their legacy, and shield them. I ask C2 silently. What terrifying beings exist inside ruins number 9? If the Buddha doesn't count, then the only one left is this humble monk. Anna hands me a psychic restoration fruit. Eat this first. Restore your psychic power. Take it slow. Nobody becomes great overnight. It's like your strength talent. Without long, steady training, could you really jump from level 5 straight to level 6 in one go?